Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. I figured I'd throw in a quick show. I'm not going to be on here for hours. Let's hope that I'm not. But I figured I would do a quick show because lately my TikTok has been violated. Um, Many times somebody keeps reporting all my posts. So today when I woke up, I received 5 different inboxes from TikTok, and it's called like a strike warning. They keep striking my page. Somebody is going back to my old videos, my old text receipts, my old Facebook posts where I'm holding women accountable, and they are reporting those posts. Clearly they're doing it in large numbers because if it was through TikTok, they would have gotten me when I posted it. So one thing about TikTok, if I post something on Monday and it violates their terms and conditions, they're going to get me the same day. They won't let almost 9 months, 10 months go by and then bam, they're flagging me. They would have flagged me when it occurred. So the latest video that I just had a violation on, or the last video, was from November of 2022. I know that that wasn't from TikTok. I know that it's a bunch of women in the atmosphere reporting these posts and trying to get me shut down. They want my TikTok shut down because I posted the conversation between me and the Houston police, where they said that there's no calls about someone being attacked. They don't know nothing about what I was saying, right? So it bothered me a little bit because all I'm doing is posting the truth. I don't care if women think that I am doing something wrong by exposing someone who is profiting off of other people by lying. There is a video of a man saying that he's the baby daddy. I don't believe shit. I don't even believe him. And that's a black man. The reason why I don't believe him is because you just can't go on YouTube and do a video and say, I'm the baby daddy, and my baby mama lies for clout. Show me a picture of you, her, and your son. I know what your son looks like. So until you can prove to me that that's the mother of your child, you're clout chasing. You only got 500 subscribers. I don't believe you. I want you to know that men are gonna try to profit off this too. She's my baby mama. I was her ex-boyfriend. I don't believe none of that. Show me the facts. Y'all know how I get down. I wouldn't post nothing without facts. So to those that have been following me, y'all know that I posted the first GoFundMe. Now in August of 2020, somebody named Rhoda Osmond, which is the same name of the brick lady, was assaulted in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Not only was she assaulted, but this assault was much worse than the one that she allegedly got on Sunday, right? If anybody saw that GoFundMe that I posted, it is very detailed. Somebody created a GoFundMe for her, and they said she sustained multiple facial contusions, a black eye, and injuries to her leg and back. That's worse than what she went through with the brick, allegedly, right? If anybody heard me mention the first account of what she went through, you would think that Minnesota assault was worse because she had more injuries, right? And they were only asking for 5,000. Again, if you go on my Instagram, if you go on my Facebook, you will see this old GoFundMe. I am the one who broke this news. So if you go on TikTok and you go on Instagram and you see people now posting the old GoFundMe, that's because of Daphne. No one's going to give me my credit because I didn't put my name on the receipts. I just posted it. But look at the timestamp. I broke this news days ago, and now you TikTok people are trying to profit off of what I already broke. Somebody actually told me you're posting something that somebody already said. Me, fool. I'm the one that broke it. So again, the attack that she sustained in 2020, she had multiple facial contusions, a black eye, and injuries to her leg and back. They only wanted 5 racks. They wanted 5,000 of them things. That's all they wanted for this assault. But you get hit with a brick and they want 15K, and she raised 41K. So I want y'all to know that shit doesn't add up. You were hurt worse in 2020 and you asked for less. And even that GoFundMe is still trending. She hasn't reached her goal yet. But this GoFundMe, she reached her goal. It didn't work in 2020, so let me try it again in 2023. But that's not the tea I wanted to drop to you guys. Because one thing a black woman said on Instagram yesterday, she said if a black man got shot by a police officer, right, they will pull his whole background to establish what kind of person he was to justify the shooting. They do that with anybody. That's what they do. That's what they're supposed to do. Because if somebody gets shot, they want to make them seem like, man, they had to be an evil person. So if a gang member gets murdered by a cop, do you think people are going to mourn a gang member like they would an innocent kid who got his degree and got shot? It's not going to be the same crying. Because one guy, he was already dangerous, probably already killed some people before, and now he met his match. I'm not saying it's right, but what I want you to know is I will pull a background on anybody. I don't care what color you are. But if it is public, it's called fair game. If I came out and said I don't like black men, but somebody found a public record of me, trying to sue the system or doing something that negates what I was saying, I deserve that because it's public. Anytime you do something wrong, the news is going to pull your background. It's public information. You cannot sue someone for defamation if it's public, fool. So if I go to jail for, assaulting somebody and it's public and you use that against me, I can't do shit about it. It's public. Now, if it's a case that hasn't went public yet and you're breaking the news, now I can sue you because no one knows about that yet, right? Rhoda Osmond is not no angel. So somebody told me today, Daphne, this is the first time where you're wrong. Because that GoFundMe from Minnesota, that's not from Rhoda. She lives in Texas. So, people are always going to try to justify a liar. I want you to know that Rhoda Osmond lived in Minnesota for quite some time. She lived there long enough to be arrested for prostitution. You remember that, Rhoda? Remember when you was doing your thing and got caught? Rhoda has many different cases in Minnesota for bad shit. She is not an innocent victim. She is not somebody who just said, I'm just empowering all the women. Rhoda has a really bad record in Minnesota, lying to a peace officer, giving him a fake name, getting arrested for intoxication in public. She has records in Minnesota. So I find it odd how she was arrested, prostitution, drinking, around the same time she was assaulted and that GoFundMe was created. So when I look at someone's background, it helps me to justify what type of person they could be. Crazy, loves to drink, loves to cause chaos. But Rhoda, you're not no innocent person, ma'am. And when you go on a public platform and you cry and you make up a story and you blame a whole race of men when you needed those men in order to pay you for doing your service, we're not going to do that, honey. We're not going to do that today. Rhoda Osmond has gotten in trouble in Minnesota for prostitution, lying to an officer, disorderly conduct, drinking, getting caught drinking, being intoxicated, being under the influence of drugs. Yeah, Rhoda, we know what's going on. But it didn't stop there. It didn't stop in Minnesota. When Rhoda went to Texas, the same shit followed her. She has a case that went on since last year. She still owes money on that case. Hey, Rhoda, remember that case you got in Texas? The drinking didn't stop in Minnesota. She's gotten in trouble in Texas for drinking and getting caught, being reckless. This woman is dangerous. So how in November of 2022, which I find it funny, they reported one of my videos from November, kind of matches. Isn't that crazy? In November of 2022, she was arrested. Okay? She was arrested. There's a whole case out there in Texas, online, public information. It costs nothing to find this information out, guys. It's not defamation. It's real. She has a case that she got in trouble and she owes money on that case. I'm not going to bring up how much she owes. Y'all can look that up on your own. But the woman got an active case right now. There was actually a warrant for arrest. She got arrested, went to court. The woman is dangerous. And I find it funny how in November, when you got in trouble, they put the amount that you owe in February of this year, and you still haven't paid it. You still owe a balance. So her back is against the wall. What am I going to do? I owe everybody. So when I called the cops and I gave them her name, maybe that's why they hesitated. Oh, we know this broad. We just arrested her not too long ago. So just like they do black men, I'm starting to think because you keep getting arrested for drinking and being under the influence, and then that same day that you allegedly got assaulted, you said you had your weed, you had your drink, you had your flowers, life was good. I don't think you should be drinking. And on top of that, you were taking medications for your anxiety, which you also posted on your TikTok publicly for the world to see your pills. All of this is public information. So now I do believe that this woman has issues. She did, in fact, lie. She is not no empowerment woman. This woman is dangerous. Anyone that gets behind the wheel under the influence, to me, you'd never get my respect. And you have a son. The fuck? You got in trouble for this shit in Minnesota and you brought it to Texas. So now that video of her yelling at the Karen at the Hilton, oh, she's accusing me of smoking in my room. I bet you she really was smoking in that room. You have a history of it. So it's easy for us to believe that maybe the Hilton was right. Maybe you were, in fact, smoking weed in your room. It's in your nature. That's all you do is smoke. So all this GoFundMe money that y'all giving her, she's going to use it to pay off her debts. She owes a lot of people. This woman is dangerous. And then I want you guys to know that if you go on her Instagram, she did make a post on her story, not on the actual Instagram. She posted it where it'll disappear in 24 hours. She said that she's working with the police. Bullshit. Bull motherfucking shit. Let me tell you guys how shit works. If you are working with the police will be working with the news. Because in order for people to know who we looking for, the police work with the news so they can get it out. Anybody that's ever been assaulted or had someone in their family assaulted, y'all know how that shit work. The police can't do it by themselves. They reach out to the biggest news outlets and have them put out the description. Am I right or wrong, y'all? It has been 5 days. If you Google woman assaulted with brick, you're going to see low-level pages, the Shade Room, Mademoiselle, bullshit. You're not going to see CNN. You're not going to see ABC News. You're not going to see big outlets that are credible. You're going to see these gossip sites. That doesn't count in my book. Show me one from an actual site that I can fuck with, right? So guess what Daphne did today, y'all? She called ABC 13 Houston. Remember, guys, if you've been following me, I called K Houston 11 on Sunday, and they told me we're trying to reach her. She's not, she's not responding to our replies, but she had time to post on TikTok. So today, when I saw that Rhoda Brick Osmond posted on her story, I said, okay, she's posting on Instagram, which means her hands work. That means that she knows how to post, right? That means that she can check an email, right? So I called ABC 13 Houston today. And if anybody follows me, it's on my Instagram, the Queen of Accountability. And I said, hey, ma'am, it's been 5 days. You guys haven't heard of the woman assaulted by a brick because she refused to give a man her number? The woman said no. That's the second major outlet I called in Houston. How come nobody knows about the story? She said, well, ma'am, if this woman wants us to report the story, she has to provide the police report. Y'all know why they got to provide the police report, right? Because they have to verify. Come on, you guys. Y'all know how this shit works. It's been 5 days. 5 days. And that one major outlet has picked up her story. Because they verify. And if you're lying, that's a federal offense in Texas. Y'all know Texas don't play about false reporting. So I'm letting y'all know today that this woman is not innocent. She's not. She has a record a mile long. 13 cases to be exact. A lot of them are for disorderly, being aggressive, intoxicated. She's wild. So it just makes me think that a lot of those skits, that's what she was really doing to people in real life. How do we know that night she wasn't drunk? Right? We saw before her going out that she was drinking, smoking, having a ball. And then this happens again. 2 assaults within 3 years. The first assault in Minnesota was worse. She had more injuries to her body, allegedly. But they were asking for $5,000, y'all. And she was still a single mother then, too. She was a single mother then. She's a single mother now. The reason why I'm not going to post her background online is because when I did that before, I had to verify my identity to get back into my account. All I'm asking you guys to do is do your own research. It's not hard. It's not hard to do. But this woman has cases. So to that woman who told me that that's not the same Rhoda, you mean to tell me that there's 2 Rhoda Osmonds that lived in Minnesota that both have court cases? All I'm saying is this woman went from prostitution to lying about being assaulted. I don't believe that's how she sustained that injury. But guys, don't take my word for it. Go on her Instagram. RHO_reports. On her story, something else caught my eye. She said that this is now a hate crime. Y'all know what a hate crime is, right? How is it a hate crime? If you said the man asked you for your number, that would mean that he was attracted to you, you dumbass bitch. If you got a PhD, there's no way you could be this dumb. She has a PhD. I don't get it. In order for it to be a hate crime, he would have had to say the N-word. He would have had to call her something. He would have had to not like her. But if a man asks you for your number, that would mean that they're interested. That's not a hate crime. That's assault with a deadly weapon. She's saying it's a hate crime. That would mean that the guy that assaulted her was white. So when we look at those skits of her slapping white men, it kind of makes us think that maybe this guy wasn't in on your little video. Come on, y'all. I need y'all to be with me on this one. How can it be a hate crime? And all these black men stood and watched. They watched a white man hit you with a brick? Nah. Ain't no black man gonna do that now. Ain't no black man gonna do that. I promise you that. You mean to tell me a white man hit you with a brick? And if he hit you with that brick, you said it was because you turned him down. Well, give him your number. You didn't say it's because he called you an N-word or called you a chimpanzee or called you a racial name. You said you told him no to giving him your number. That's not a hate crime. So she's not even in her right mind, y'all. She's calling this a hate crime now. And we know what hate crimes are. Now, if someone told me I'm ugly and I'm a dark-skinned monkey and they hit me with a brick, that is a hate crime. But if they say, can I have your number? That's not a hate crime. So how can she mess up that part, y'all? She's not even lying right. How do we go from you being assaulted with a brick by a mysterious man and black men stood there? How come she didn't say I just got hit with a brick by a white man and these black men stood there? Because y'all know black men are not going to let a woman get hit by a white man. Come on, you guys. Come on, y'all. Be with me on this one today. Please be with me on this. Y'all know no black men are not going to stand there and watch a white man hit her with a brick. But if you go to her Instagram right now as we speak, she's saying that this is now a hate crime. So if it's a hate crime, the news would have ate this up. They would have ate this story up. Y'all know I'm right. Come on, you guys. So Rhoda Osmond is in fact lying. She's lying. It went from an assault to a hate crime in 5 days. No news reports have this story. The police I spoke to don't know what I'm talking about. I looked online to see if there is a police report online available to the public, and there's no report under her name. So all I'm saying, you guys, is if she decides to file a police report today, that's 5 days after the incident. It don't mean shit anymore. It doesn't. All I'm telling you is that this woman is now saying it's a hate crime, which would mean the guy that hit her with the brick wasn't black, he was white. And that would mean that he didn't ask you for your number. He had to have said something else other than that. It's not a hate crime if he hits you after you said no. It's assault because his intention was to get your number, not to hang you. Come on, guys. We know how hate crimes work. So the woman can't even lie right. Whoever's on her team is not helping her lie right. That's all I'm saying. She should have stuck with the assault. And then for her to post on her Instagram and it's not a video, but on TikTok, it was all videos, y'all. On her TikTok, before they took it away, she was only posting videos. Now you're posting these stories. And then she said, I'm fighting for my life. So now you're R. Kelly. She said she's fighting for her life, you guys. I can't make this up. You guys. I'm sorry, but this story isn't true. It isn't true. And what bothers me is that she blamed the whole race of men. So if this is a hate crime and we need to be looking for a white guy, why don't we have his description yet? Because I'm telling you, black men, I don't care who they are. They would never let a woman get assaulted by a white man. I'm sorry. I'm keeping it 1,000 with y'all today. Now it's a hate crime. Now you're adding to it. You're doing what Meg Thee Stallion did. He shot you in both feet. Then it was 1 feet. Then he said, dance, bitch. Nobody heard the word dance, bitch. Her story was just all over the place. That's why we stopped believing. If you tell the truth, it never changes. Only a lie does. A lie changes. I went to the store on Monday. I went to the store and I think it was Tuesday. I went to the store and I think it was a rainy day. I went to the store and it was sunny. When you lie, you keep changing it up. And only parts of it you remember. That's it. But when you're telling the truth, it never changes. I was assaulted by a brick by a black man. Period. It wouldn't go from that to a hate crime. It wouldn't go from that to I'm too scared to talk to the police. No, I'm not buying this story, you guys. I'm not. I hope you guys are not buying this story anymore. She lied. Now, there is a video again of a guy saying he's the baby daddy. Please don't believe that shit, y'all. I don't believe him like I don't believe her. I believe facts. Now, if that black man came out and said, this is me and the brick woman when we had our son, I will now believe him. But you can't just believe someone who pressed record. He's telling y'all public shit that we already know. Now, if he would have said, yeah, man, she lived in Minnesota, got in trouble for prostitution. She left Minnesota and went to Texas to start a new life because she already racked up a lot of charges in Minnesota, I would have believed them. I would have believed them because I know that information is true. Rhoda went to Minnesota and messed up and came to Texas hoping for a different outcome. But when you're getting arrested for drinking and acting disorderly, and then you're telling us a few months later, somebody assaulted you with a brick and and here's the thing, guys. If anybody remembers her video of her crying in the hospital, she said, I never did anything to deserve this. Yes, you did. You did. You were slapping people for profit and you were telling officers fake names and trying to fight officers who were trying to arrest you because you were breaking the law. So you are an aggressive hyena. You are wild. You do things. Yes, you do. She lied. I never do anything. Yeah, you were. You were sucking dick and got caught. You were doing a lot of things, young lady. And you're not even that, she's not even that old. She's young. Not young, but, she was born in 1990. You do the math. My thing is, this woman has had a wild life. To be arrested at 22 for prostitution tells me that this woman lived a wild life. She was 22 years old. And then you're getting 3 or 4 more charges in Minnesota. Then you go to Texas and you're repeating the same behavior. Another assault, another record. But this time they arrested your ass in Texas. See, Texas, they're not going to be nice. Minnesota's a bit dangerous too, though. Minnesota, they get down too. But to come to Texas thinking that they're not going to treat you, the same, they're going to lock you up. And when you give an officer a fake name, that's a federal offense too. So this woman has been lying and cheating her way to the top. I don't respect her and I never will. And the fact that she posted her son, if you go to her Instagram, she actually posted her son. But usually all you see is ass. She posted her niece before she posted her son. Her son is on her 24-hour story, but her niece is on her actual post. I can't make this up, y'all. Now she's showing you her son so she can tug at y'all women. See, y'all women gonna see that and say, oh, she does have a son. I know how hard it is, queen. Let me go donate another $1,000 to your GoFundMe. This woman is calculated. She wants you to see her son so you can know that she is a single mother. That's the whole point. You women are going to fall for it. Y'all going to get the softness in your heart. Okay, I can relate because I'm a single mother too. Yep. But you guys are forgetting that this woman lied and took y'all money. She's crazy. I feel bad for this woman. And if she's listening, because I'm petty. I did send her the link. She's not going to get on here, though. It's accountability. When accountability comes into play, they run. They run. Like roaches when the lights come on. They run. They don't want to be seen. I knew she wasn't going to come on here. I knew she wasn't because she knows that I'm her worst enemy. What she's doing, apparently there's a group out there. If anybody can find this group that someone's telling me about, there's a group out there that's trying to get all my social media shut down. They're starting with my TikTok. My TikTok is Celebrity. So if you look at my name handle at the top, that's my TikTok. That's where I broke the news when I spoke with the officer. I broke all the news there too. They're trying to get me shut down on TikTok. I've already created a new TikTok because I've never had 5 violations in 24 hours. But if you look at the video I posted, I've had 13 violations in the last 3 days. And y'all telling me that this isn't derived from her? This is just something that just started happening? TikTok won't ever take down a video from almost a year ago. They would have did it when I posted it. It would take a bunch of people to report it for them to take it down on my end and give me a strike. I'm 1 strike away from losing my TikTok, y'all. And I don't even care. I don't even like TikTok. But I still created a backup one too, just for the hell of it. So whoever's out here trying to destroy me, if anybody can find that group, I will bless you. Real talk. Because I got to know who's out there trying to do this. See, this is what they do when you expose them. That's why I call them hyenas. Hyenas move in packs. That's how they do it. That's how it is. To have 13 violations in 3 days is telling me that I'm doing something right. I'm scaring them. She's telling y'all that she's fighting for her life. She ain't fighting for her life. I can see you fighting for your life back in Minnesota because you were hurt more. If anybody's ever seen a facial contusion, and for some reason, it's always an eye that's affected. She had a black eye too, y'all. Facial contusions and a black eye and bruises on her back and leg. That to me is worse than that one little lump on the side of her face. Wouldn't y'all agree? Weren't you fighting for your life in Minnesota? And if you look at her Instagram, she says she's never been violently attacked like that before. She just keeps lying to y'all. But I just showed y'all in 2020, she was attacked violently the same way and worse. So I'm just saying, y'all can believe what you want to believe, but I don't believe her anymore. And to know that this woman was out there selling her body to men, but now you don't like men, and they was your biggest customers. Make it make sense. You're not making sense. That's all I'm saying. And if you're going to go on a public platform and put your life out there, you know that someone's going to pull that information. And see, I was nice enough not to mess with her information like that. I only did a soft lookup just to get her name and last address to give to the cops. Somebody else sent me her background because they were so disgusted by her lies. And when I read the report, I almost threw up. This woman has a record longer than most of the black men that I canceled that's had run-ins with the law. She is dangerous. Texas is well aware of Rhoda Osmond. I can tell you that. And maybe that's why they're hesitant, because they remember arresting her not too long ago. Somebody else said something too. When she was in the club, she did have on a mask. How do we know that she didn't have that lump already there? How did we know that this wasn't calculated to make it look like she was assaulted outside of the club? When she told everybody that she got hit with the brick, no one found that mask that she was wearing that matched her whole outfit. And to this day, nobody found the brick. That bothers me. Where's the brick? Because a brick usually has ridges. It has all types of, creases in it, lumps in it. Sometimes rocks are in it. You would have a bigger injury than what you had. I thought she would need stitches, but she didn't. So all I'm saying, y'all, I'm not taking away the fact that there was something wrong with her face. But what is wrong with her face? I'm not going to sit here and say it was a brick. If you're not talking to the police, Rhoda, and you're not talking to the news, but you're talking to TikTok and Instagram and the shade room, then to me, you're a clout chaser. And you're mad that I exposed you. I've been exposing this woman because if I don't do it, no one else is going to do it. They're going to sit there and forget it like they did Carly. You see how quick they forgot about Carly Russell, right? Y'all see how quick they forgot about her, right? How many posts have you seen about Carly? It was hot for a few weeks and then it dwindled away. But if it had been a black man like Chris Brown, you'll hear about it every day. That's why I'm upset, you guys. The Carly Russell thing, y'all, a lot of people forgot. They went about their day. This woman lied and said she was kidnapped by a man. They keep blaming men, sex trafficked, all this other BS, and it never happened. Had all the police department looking for her, and that quick, everybody forgot about her. She's not even going to be doing a year in prison. She got a slap on the wrist. Come on, you guys. I'm not making this up. And when women see how you could do that much and not get in trouble, they think of another lie that they can do, but not go to jail for it. If Rhoda doesn't file a police report, she's not breaking the law. She's just telling y'all a story. Y'all see how that worked? The cop said until she comes to us and reports it, we can't do shit. We can't do nothing. She has to tell us. But Rhoda's not going to do that with priors. And knowing that it's an offense if she lies on that police report. And they go out there and look for nobody. She's going to jail and probably going to do some real time because she's been in jail before. So all I'm telling y'all is, even when we break the news that she's lying, she's not going to go to jail unless she filed a police report. And she hasn't. I called the sheriff's department today and they directed me to look online and see if there's a report. You can look it up by the name. I looked her name up and nothing was there. I went from Sunday to today and there's nothing there. You could even order a report for $7.50. So I was going to buy the report too. If she put it out there, I want to see what you put and make sure it matches the TikTok. There's no report, y'all. So her saying she's working with police, how come she didn't tag them? I tagged them. She's only putting that there to make you guys think she's doing it the right way. You're telling us 5 days later you're working with the police? Why weren't you working with the police when it happened? That's my thing. Remember? Women were saying she's scared. She wasn't scared. She's lying to y'all. Don't let this woman lie to you like she's lied to the cops in the past. She's a liar, a manipulator. She's dangerous. And when you lie about stuff like this and then you show your son, oh, CPS will be called. Oh, they will be called. Because anyone that puts lives in danger for clout should not have their son. That was the biggest mistake she did today, putting her son on her Instagram. So we know he's in your possession after there's an assailant out there with a brick and we don't know who he is. And now you're showing your son's face. Y'all, I can't make this up. If you've been assaulted by a man and he hasn't been caught, why would you show your son? Why? Why would you show your surroundings? Why would you show your dad getting in the car while you're in the back seat with your son? Who does that if your assailant and the brick is still on the loose? What if that brick connects to somebody else's face? How is she helping the next woman? This is what I want to ask you, Me Tooers. How is she helping you guys by not giving you a description? Oh, because now we know that we need to be aware. No. And you know what? Any woman that says she's scared to go outside because of this, you lying your ass off. Quit lying. Quit lying. You ain't scared to go outside. You know this shit didn't happen. I'm tired of women acting like they're fearful. You know, bull daggers can hit with bricks too, right? Women that only like women and they got the little butch in them, they tough. They walk around like they men. They assault people too. Y'all over here scared of men. Get out of here. I don't want to hear that. Y'all not scared of no men. Y'all not scared of that. Y'all know that woman's lying. You just want to ride that train. That's what it is. And I'm going to break this news every time. I keep telling you women, y'all can go viral all you want to, but don't get mad at me for exposing you. And if you got a criminal record longer than that lump, you should not be on any platform saying you don't like men. Girl, men were your highest clientele. Men were putting money in your pockets. That's what prostitution is when you're selling your cootie cat. You weren't selling that to men, to women. That was men. And you got arrested. You got in trouble. And then you said, you know what? Okay, I got caught. Can't live in Minnesota no more. I'm already fucking up. Then you get in trouble again in Minnesota for disorderly and lying to cops and being drunk in public. Then you said, you know what? Let me try this in Texas. And then you get arrested for the same shit in November of 2022. And you still owe money on that case today, Rhoda. So while you was out there shaking your ass on TikTok and getting your BBLs and ladies, I got my weed, that money you spent on the weed and all that, you could have paid your fines. You still owe the courts. Maybe I should send them your video and let them know you got money. You got $41,000. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send your GoFundMe to the people you owe. Pay up, Rhoda. You got money now. So since you want to be loud and all on these platforms blaming men, accountability will be held. I'm going to send them your TikTok. I'm going to send them everything I have and let them know that you can now pay all your fines. That way all your people can come after you because you still owe money in Minnesota too. Now, you owe money, lady. You can move, but the money is still going to be there that you owe. And it's going to accumulate interest. Pay up. Pay the money. I'm going to be your worst nightmare because you can't lie to get ahead. It's not fair. You got people in life that really do need help, and you're taking away from that with your fake GoFundMe. There's also a GoFundMe for a black man. If anybody's been on my Instagram, I'm going to post it today. There's a man, his name was Terry. So it looks like Terry was defending a black woman, and he got killed. His GoFundMe was trying to reach, they put it for $200,000 because he has kids too. But his GoFundMe only reached $19,000. So 4 months ago, this man, Terry, stepped in and tried to defend a woman who was in an abusive relationship and he was murdered. And this was 4 months ago. His GoFundMe only raised $19,000 in 4 months. Rhoda Osmond is at $41,000 in 5 days. Y'all see what I'm talking about? When men do protect y'all don't even pay up. I can't make this up. I can't make this up. It's sad because in the picture they have on Terry's GoFundMe, he's holding a baby. This is why I tell men, if you got kids and you want to go home to them, just call 911, take the picture and keep it moving. Because in many cases, these women know how these men are. They know already, and they choose to stay. You got women that will order Grubhub and put, please call 911. There are so many ways you can get out of abuse. They have shelters for you women. They got places that are off the grid for you women. They didn't have that for people like me back then when I was getting my face knocked in. I didn't know of any of those resources, but now you can go and take your dog to get groomed and tell someone to call 911. I've seen women do it. There are ways to get out. There are ways to get out. And then you'll take that dangerous man in public, piss him off, and expect a man to step in and die. Because Terry's GoFundMe is only at 19 grand in 4 months. And you reach 41 in 5 days. Black men are not protected. They're not. Their kids aren't. So if you're going to ask somebody to help you, are you going to pay for their kids' tuition? Are you going to donate to his funeral? No, you're not. You're just going to be thankful that you're alive. You're going to go back to being a city girl, right? So all I'm saying is, she lied to y'all. She lied, guys. And I'm sorry that any of you guys had to experience her lies. But at the end of the day, they're trying to come for me. They're trying to get all my social media shut down. So I'm doing this video because I know this video is going to stand. I can't even let y'all hear the recording of me in the news because I might get strikes for that. It's on my Instagram. Go check it out. The Queen of Accountability. The woman said we don't know nothing about that story. So 2 major outlets in Houston, and both of them don't know nothing about you being hurt. What I'm telling you guys is, whenever there's an attack, the police use the news to put the information out there for the public, right? We don't know nothing, and it's been 5 days. All we know is that it's now a hate crime. So clearly, it wasn't a black man who put his hands on her or hit her with a brick. It was a white man. In order for it to be a hate crime, a black man can't hit a black woman with a brick and you say it's a hate crime. Make it make sense. So if it is a white man, why aren't you giving us any information? And if it was a white man that hit you because you were black or because you like women, why did he ask you for your number? Y'all, I can't make this up. Because if there's a Klansman, I guarantee you he ain't gonna ask a black woman for her number. I guarantee you that. It will never happen. If it's gonna be a hate crime, they're not gonna ask you for your number. They're gonna say you in the wrong parts. You in the wrong parts. And if they hit you with a brick, now it's a hate crime. But if someone says, hey, baby, you look good, could I have your number? No. Pap! That ain't a hate crime. That's assault. Sorry, y'all. It's assault. So the woman is now lying about it being a hate crime. Whoever's in her corner is lying too. Do not donate to her GoFundMe. Please don't. She's lying. She's trying to pay off all her debts from all the stuff she's been doing over the years. She lied. With a record like she has, I'm shocked that she's even going to school for a PhD. I don't know how that's working out for her. It's harder for men to go back to school with a record. She has one too. This woman is wild. And like I said, this is all public information. Nothing I'm saying is not closed. Her latest case came out of Texas. It is still active as we're speaking. She owes them money for that case. And for her to say she's never done anything to anybody, yet you're putting your hands on cops? Come on. It just matches her TikToks when she's slapping those white men. So if it's a hate crime and we only seen you hitting white men, what if she was trying to do a TikTok and it didn't work out that day? Now, if the white man says she slapped me, so I picked up a brick and hit her back because she's bigger than me, then what y'all gonna say? It still doesn't warrant a brick. Yes, it does. It's fair game. If you slap somebody, they can do whatever they want. After that, you hit me. That don't mean I'm going to return the same energy. I might go a little harder than you went. But at the end of the day, it corroborates those TikToks of her hitting white men. If it's a hate crime, Rhoda, then why would he ask you for your number and then hit you with a brick? That's not a hate crime. A hate crime would mean he don't want nothing to do with you. He don't like your race, your sex. I know what it is. A hate crime is if you attack someone because they're LGBT. You attack someone because they're black. You attack someone because they're Muslim. Those are hate crimes. But it's not a hate crime if you want the number so you can hit and quit. That's not a hate crime. So all I'm saying, you guys, is you can believe what you want, but Rhoda Osmond lied and she finessed y'all. And I'm hoping that GoFundMe does the right thing because I've sent them everything. GoFundMe should be asking her for the police report too. But you see, a lot of these GoFundMes, man, I don't think they're doing a great job with making sure that the money is legit and that it's going to the right cause. I don't think they care sometimes. All I'm saying is this woman is still receiving donations, and her showing you guys her son today is going to do just that. Make a lot more women donate. All she did was show her son jumping up and down. I love my mommy. Yay! Because she wants y'all to see that she's a mother, right? It's all a part of her game. Then she says, I'm fighting for my life. I'm actually going to read to y'all what this woman said, verbatim. And you tell me what y'all think. Because like I said, I'm only trying to drop the receipts, y'all. She said, thank you to all the people that have been fighting the big fight for me. I'm a person that lives in a lot of the margins, black woman, Muslim, queer, refugee, disabled, journalist, and intellectual. Stop you there. People told me that they've never heard of a queer Muslim. Now, y'all, I'm not Muslim, so you tell me if that's normal. If it is, okay. If it ain't, okay. But her saying she's a Muslim, if you go back to that GoFundMe in 2020, it says Muslim. Guys, I can't make this up. But that same woman told me that's not the same Rhoda Osmond. She just confirmed that she's Muslim. And that first GoFundMe said Muslim. Okay, let me move on. There are a lot of hate groups mobilizing against me, trying to justify a blatant hate crime. No, it's not hate groups. It's accountability groups. She said trying to justify a hate crime. How did we know it was a hate crime? Did any of you guys know before today, that it was a hate crime? I'm looking at the comments. Did anybody know it was a hate crime before today, before I told y'all? Because I didn't know. When she was crying, saying that the black men stood there, she never told us the description. Didn't she say a black man hit her with the brick? So I'm confused. I'm confused on how that's a hate crime. A hate crime would mean you hate the individual because of their race, their sex, their gender, whatever it may be. Hate means you wouldn't ask for their number. Come on. Anyways, it is the most hateful and violence I have experienced in life, and I'm currently fighting for my life. Her grammar is terrible. I want y'all to look at this. If you go to her Instagram, RHO_reports, RHO_reports. Her grammar is terrible. She spelled ND. She put an I space M. For someone that has a PhD, man, I'm thinking she cheated her way to the top on that one. She said, please respect my peace. Then she says, there is a lot of conversation that is necessary that has evoked. I think she meant evolved, but okay. And I welcome it. But right now I'm dealing with real life. Police, medical, work, family. What y'all think? She said she's fighting for her life. Can someone tell me how she's fighting for her life? Is she in the ICU? Because the last time I checked, they checked her out the same day. And like I told you guys, she told everybody she had a concussion. Anybody that's ever been a part of, sports and had a concussion, they would never check you out the same day. The first 24 hours is vital. They don't want you going to sleep. They have to be able to monitor your brain activity because your brain can swell in those 24 hours. Why do y'all think NFL players can't go right back to the game? Why do y'all think some of them miss a game? Concussion protocol is what they call it. So if this woman got hit with such force that sustained that injury and she had a concussion, why would they check her out a few hours later? And then she goes live and shows that big old knot started to go down. Guys, I can't make this up. I can't make this up. It doesn't make sense. That hospital must have been county, because so many rules were broken. They let her go home the same day. They're not out looking for the assailant. They did not report it to the police. Again, when I called the police department, it had already been 24 hours. The cop told me this is my first time hearing it. How? It is protocol for a hospital to report an assault. Anytime you get shot out here in Chicago, they telling on your ass. And most of the times those cops will show up 10 deep to make sure your ass don't try to pull out the things and leave once they close your wound up. Y'all know how it is out here or in the hood. Y'all know how it is. They report they report it to the cops, and cops and a detective shows up. That's protocol. So if she came in there and said I was assaulted with a brick, and they didn't find the man, they will also protect her. She wouldn't be filming. She wouldn't be going live. So guys, there's so many things I want you to remember with this story. And like I told y'all, if she was truly assaulted, why did you post it as a 24-hour story on TikTok? Why didn't you put it as an actual post? That's all I'm saying. Because when everybody started going back to her post, it had already disappeared before her page was disabled. So guys, all I'm saying is, please, I might lose my pages soon, but just remember what I'm saying today. If anybody gives you a sob story, please wait for the facts. I wouldn't want nobody to believe what I'm saying unless I came with receipts. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Today, a woman gave me my props. There was a woman named Erica. Shout out to Erica Moulton. Erica Moulton lives in North Carolina. She was discriminated against at a restaurant. She's a Hispanic woman. Her husband is black. Took them 52 minutes to bring their food to them. The waitress was very racist. Put them in the back. They were the only minorities in that restaurant. And it's a nice restaurant inside of the DoubleTree in North Carolina. Nobody helped this woman. For 4 days, she tried to get help. She tried to report the waitress. Nobody came to her aid. Then somebody tagged me. And in 20 minutes, I had her on the phone with the GM, apologizing, refunding her money, and apologizing publicly. I did that. See, because if you really had something happen that's racial, that's what happens. You present the facts, and then you get your apology and you get your money back. So that was a woman I helped. So to you women who think that I don't care, that's a woman I never even met. I never met this Hispanic woman a day in my life. Someone tagged me on her post, and I got to work. And I never even met the woman. And she thanked me. So a lot of you women who think what I do is fake, I don't care. Because there's people out there that know what I do, I don't play. So what I did for her is what I was trying to do for Rhoda. I thought she was really attacked. So when I'm calling the cops and they're telling me, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And if that did happen, we would have gotten a lot of calls. He said, Houston, someone's going to call. Somebody's going to call in Houston and say they saw something. They might not leave their name, but they will leave the report. He didn't get any calls 24 hours after it happened. That was the first red flag. And when that black man said, where's the brick? He was very justified in asking that. Where's the brick? We're trying to get DNA. So you're telling me this guy hit you with a brick, and then he picked it up, put it in his Ziploc bag so he can make sure he can preserve all the evidence, make sure nothing gets stuck. And then he drove off in an imaginary car. Y'all don't know the car. Y'all don't know the description of the man. Y'all don't even know the color of the brick. Was it a gray brick? Was it a orange brick? A black brick? Was it a white brick? We don't know nothing. All y'all know is a woman crying on video, and y'all believe everything you hear. Well, you know what? I don't live by that code. I like to wait for the facts. And the facts are she's lying. 2 major outlets, the Houston police, nobody knows her story. I also called Travis County. I called Harris County. I called San Antonio. I called every part of Texas, even though she wasn't even over there, to see if they know about it. Because in Chicago, if someone was to get shot in Chicago, they're going to report it in Schaumburg. They're going to report it in Waukegan. You're going to hear about it every part of the city. So how come Houston is oblivious? The only people that know about it is TikTok and Facebook and Instagram. So again, you ladies can sit here and ride this train, believe in this woman, and you can hate me to the death. But I care more about people that actually need help getting the help. That's all I'm saying, y'all. I'm going to put this link in the comments because I also sent this to the guy who claims he's her baby daddy. I wonder if he's on here. He went by a weird name. I don't even know. But the guy that's saying he's her baby daddy, I don't believe that story, y'all. He didn't say anything that I didn't already know. I like for people to say, see, this here's the proof. This is me and her right here in the picture. Then I'll believe it. How do you not have one picture with you and the brick lady and your baby? Because I know what your son looks like. That man, her son don't look nothing like that man that's saying he's a baby daddy. So I'm not believing that right now. Sorry. Can't believe it. I know what her son looks like. Yeah, Pax, it happened in Houston. Yeah. When I called Houston PD, they told me if in fact this happened, we would have gotten multiple reports. He said, ma'am, anything like that would happen in Houston, somebody's going to call. He said, unfortunately, you're the only one that has called. This is my first time hearing about this. I said, what? It's been 24 hours. This woman's crying boogers and snot and a big lump. And y'all telling me y'all don't know shit? Y'all supposed to be the police. So I said, you know what? Let me ignore that. Let me reach out to the news. I reached out to the news and provided them with her TikTok, her name, date of birth, and I said, this is a story you might want to pick up. She told me, hey, Daphne, do you know her personally? Because we have been trying to reach her. Why would you ignore the news when they're the ones that's going to put the guy out there in the brick? You could have gave him a description of the guy and the brick. That's all I'm saying. She didn't. So when you're refusing to talk to the news, that's because you're lying. That's because you don't want that media attention like Carly got. Carly got a lot of attention. Y'all know she was on every news outlet, even if you weren't living in that state. It was everywhere. Chicago, everywhere. See? Because they say that they don't protect black women. And when they do put resources into black women, guess what happens? She lied. A hoax. So again, black men, you are not wrong for wanting to wait for the receipts because you guys were going hard for Carly. We all went hard for Carly at first. Even I did. I believed it. I said, if she left that wig, her phone, woo, most black women, we ain't taking off the wig. Y'all work out in them wigs. Y'all don't get them wigs wet, but you taking it off and leaving it in a nice vehicle? Wow. That right there made me think like, what if she's lying? And then when we watch the footage and we see you slowing down and there ain't nothing in them trees, it all came together that she lied. But when we called it, we were called all kind of names. I still didn't get my apology for that. Okay, hold on. Who we have? Mahmood?
Yes,
What's
I'm
up?
here.
Talk to me, man. Talk to me.
Man, when you posted that about how, well, let me pull it up because you posted it. Yes, so what you posted about how she was posting on her story, this is hate crime, this is invoking a conversation that we all must be having. When you hear somebody uses these type of sentences, this is a conversation that we must have. We need to discuss it to know the importance of, the grift is coming up and it's going really hard right now. This is the grift talk 101. When you don't have any follow up, you don't have anything to give to the people who's asking you questions, all you got to do is say, I'm glad that you are invoking the conversation that we are having. This is just to say, just to let the people talk, because, and if you see the second the things that you posted about, she lumped all the minorities that she can get, all the badges that she can get, so can get the most sympathy and most points in her badge. She's a queer, she's a minority, she's a Muslim, she's a black woman. First of all, when you're a Muslim, you can't be queer. There's no such thing. That's one thing. Second thing is, wait, let me pull up the picture again. When she said she's a hate crime, you explained it, that that's supposed to be a white guy, or he's supposed to be talking to you because you are a queer or a Muslim. And because of the first story that she posted, the first video, she didn't explain any of those details, just that he threw a brick at her, and because she didn't give her number. So there's a lot of things that not matching up. And to me, what I think, what she thought with herself right now is that, man, this cloud isn't enough. Now it's just circulating in tabloid pages, tabloid websites that aren't mainstream. Man, I need some mainstream attention right now. Not those that will actually follow up just to get the story out. So what I'm gonna do is make it a conversation about hate crime. Let me throw in the badges that I have, that I'm a minority and all of that, and then put that sentence in there, How about this is about a conversation that we must have? This is all the grift line where you could follow the breadcrumbs. How this is a clear grift or clout that she's following and pursuing right now. That's what I think.
Thank you. You know what? And I agree. And guys, I feel like Rhoda is watching this show, and I just dropped the link. She's not gonna get on here because for some reason she can't speak. They also said that she had said to the shade room she won't be able to eat for like a week. Y'all listen to me, okay? If you can't eat, so here's the thing: that guy that's claiming to be her baby daddy, he said she had a really bad tooth infection. Okay. Now, if you have a really, really bad tooth infection, that will mean that you can't eat on that side. Y'all get what I'm saying? If anybody's ever had like a wisdom tooth, and it got really bad, I've seen people like in my days where their whole face is swollen because of a tooth. I mean, a tooth can do a lot of damage. It's a nerve, right? So at the end of the day, he's saying she had a really bad tooth infection. Now, I'm kind of skeptical on that too because she had blood in her ear, unless that was fake blood. Okay. But then it caused her to have the fake bruising on the side of her face. Either that was makeup or that was real bruising. So what I'm saying is she said she won't be able to eat for a week. Now, you still have the other side that's not affected. So you would still be able to eat. Okay. Now, she making it seem like her jaw is like wired shut. No, it wasn't. We all saw that her mouth was intact still, right? She only got hit on the side of her face. So again, a lot of the things that she was sharing with the blogs, it just wasn't adding up. And Rhoda, you don't have to like me, and I know you're a coward. I know you're not going to get on this show because you would rather go to TikTok and Facebook in the shade room than talk to me. And what bothered me is when she went to the shade room, who has 28.4 million, she weighed all this out. She went to the shade room instead of Kay Houston when I sent that to her. The shade room has a bigger following, and as soon as they posted all the receipts that she sent to them, they tagged her handle in the description. And now she went from a few thousand followers. She's almost at 20K, y'all. Watch her Instagram. She's going to be verified really soon. I know how this works. I'm a woman, and I know what these women do. And when Tony, you said, but I'm not understanding why lie. Are you kidding me, Tony? Are you kidding me, Tony? You really don't know why she's lying, Tony. Why did Carly lie, Tony? Why did Carly have the whole police report, the whole police department, the news, the ghetto birds, the dogs, the turtles, she had everybody looking for her. Why lie about that? I can ask you that too. Her lie was a lot bigger because it reached a bigger scale. She made CNN. She made the big platforms and lied. Why? Because she wanted attention. It's a disease. It's a drug. These women thrive off of attention, Tony. You should know this already, bro. I know you're not Stevie Wonder, so you should already see all this shit out there right now. Why lie? Anybody that has to ask why lie, I question your logic. Because you really shouldn't be asking me that. What do you mean, why lie? This is the world of social media where you get paid for clicks and likes and shares. Why lie? That's why. You need the money. You want the money, the clout. Because as soon as the truth, we've been breaking the truth, and her following is still going up. She has more motherfucking followers than me. Okay? She got more followers than me, and I'm the one posting the truth. So you see how people would rather ride that lie wave than to ride the truth wave. She's almost at 20K, y'all. She only had a few thousand followers. Both of her pages have the same identical amount of followers. Make it make sense. That's all I'm saying. Come on, you guys. You should never ask me that question. That's weird. Okay, we have JT. Hold on, y'all. Okay, so I'm going to go in order. Black Rage, you can go first, and then I hit you, JT.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you talk, man. Come on.
But like I was saying, someone else told me that they said she was seen fighting in the club with a group of girls and stuff too that no one's talking about.
So, are you talking about that bull dagger? There was a woman she took a picture with that looked like a man, but it was a full woman. Are you talking about that woman?
Yeah, because the guys that actually was around and they called the police and the ambulance. They said she was fighting outside with a group of girls and stuff before all that stuff happened.
Okay, because you know what I was thinking? You know what I was thinking, Black Rage? I've seen a woman get hit with a heel. And y'all know that heel part? Her ear was bleeding. So what if someone hit her really good on the side of the face with their heel? I can see that happening. I can see Or what if she got drunk? They got into a fight and she fell. But go ahead, Black Rage. I'm sorry, hon.
Also, like, no, you go. And how you doing, by the way? How's your husband?
I'm good. No, come on. We ain't talking about husband. We talking about Brick.
Uh,
Go.
but like I was saying too, like, and I saw the brick. I'm like, if you got hit with a brick, I don't see no lacerations, no blood, and why are you still conscious? Is what I'm asking. Because me as a man, I get hit with a brick. Unless adrenaline pumping, I'm gonna be out of it, you know. And especially when she went to the hospital and that adrenaline already came down. There's no way she should be that active and that loud mouth about how people did her. I'm like, I'd be worried about getting some ice and some pain medication or something to get that knockdown. Like you said, a concussion. Most people got like you know, I've been in the military. I've seen people get concussions. They gonna be out for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? You just
Yeah.
gonna be out there just so loud and belligerent. And thing is, this female like her will get somebody killed. Because I see a bunch of comments on YouTube about the subject females. They tell me these females want to be trigger happy. I want one of these dudes to come do something to me. Like, I'm just seeing that all over YouTube.
So what if anybody can hear Black Rage good, what he's saying is he found it odd how minutes after this woman was hit so violently and viciously with a brick, she was able to call all those men standing around bitch ass niggas. If y'all watch her very first video when it actually happened, mind you, she went live minutes after the guy drove off in the car with the brick. And she said y'all stood there and did nothing. Most people who get a concussion, they're out. They're lackadaisical. They're not speaking clearly. She was speaking so thoroughly and clearly. There was no slur. Everything was. Then when she was in the hospital, she was still speaking clearly. They didn't give her no pain medication. She was moving like someone who, you know, she must be able to eat anything. Nothing will affect her. She could have got shot and kept walking. All I'm saying is most people that sustain a blow like she did, they not getting up minutes later and saying, look what happened to me. You stood there, y'all did nothing, you bitch ass niggas, be a man. Y'all, I'm telling you, it was like a movie. It was a movie because I've seen NFL games where someone gets knocked out unconscious, right? And I ain't seen them get up and do the walk. Hey, they put them on a stretcher and they throw up a thumbs up. That's all they can usually do. Some of them don't even throw up a thumbs up because they out of it, right? So again, Thank you, Black Rage.
Also, I would like to say too, I don't like the fact that us Black American men getting the blame for that when it was mostly and alleged to be Somalian and Haitians that did that, and people come at Black allegedly, but they come at Black American men calling us, and like I told you before, some of these women in the comments about this video subject on different YouTubers, they talking about getting trigger happy and shooting somebody.
Oh no, that ain't gonna happen. I don't think nobody's worried about that. Like, one thing I did say is if she was in Chicago, and let's say that this fake attack happened, right? And she stood in front of a bunch of Black men calling them a bitch. I think they would have picked up more than a brick. All I'm saying is you can't sit there and call a bunch of men. What she did do is she went to an area where there were men who were oblivious. They were like, what you want us to do? Because it had already happened and they didn't see it. It's easy for you to go to an area where there's a bunch of Black men so you can record and make it look like they were there the whole time. We have no proof that those men were actually there when it happened because in that same video, there were women standing there. So again, she panned really fast past the women. She wanted you to see the Black man with the do-rag.
Also, like, I know for a fact, Muslims don't play with that LGBT stuff, for one. And two, they also said she was being belligerent towards dudes, cursing them out, calling them gay slurs and stuff, too. That's another report I heard.
So I'm like I said, we're diving more into it. Every day we learn something new. Game Dreamer, who is Duffy? Because that ain't my name. My name ain't Duffy. If you're gonna be listening to my show, don't piss me off because I'm in a mode right now where I'm not in the mood. I want y'all to know that if you're here to troll, if you're here to can y'all mute? Because I can hear somebody else's static. Can y'all mute for a second? I just want to warn you trolls. I'm not here to play any games. I'm being serious right now because this woman is continuing to receive donations for something that didn't truthfully happen. There's a reason why she got that injury, and it's not because of a Black man. She's now saying it's a hate crime. We need to get to the bottom of the truth for a reason so that people can stop giving her their last. It's not right. It's not right to lie to people and blame a whole race of men because you can't pay your bills, because you got arrested for being drunk and disorderly, because you can't pay your court costs, because you can't pay your student loans. It's not the Black man's fault. It is your fault. Then you're on TikTok busting it open, and if you were able to pay for a BBL, okay, then you should have insurance. I don't care what nobody say. Most of your BBLs are minimum 10K, right? This woman has a BBL, clear as day, a whole full diaper in the back of her. Everything's not real with her. And I know people that are Muslim, she's doing things outside of what the religion is. Doesn't make sense. Like somebody said, you can't be a Christian and then hate God. It makes no sense. Pick a side. She's been lying to y'all the whole time. The girl got a BBL. She's always traveling, always trying to show off how she got money. And now all of a sudden you're broke and can't pay your bills. Not buying it. JT, you on.
How's everybody doing? Hello, Miss Daphne. Been a minute.
I'm doing fine.
Now,
We can't hear you. Amen.
can anybody pick up what I'm saying?
No.
Give me a second. I might have technical difficulties.
You're good now. You're good now. Go ahead. I had to mute some people.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. When I first heard of the Rhoda situation, and when I saw the video, I had looked on the side of her face. That's definitely not no brick room. Well, that's what you call a hematoma. How do I know this? I had one before. And whenever you throw a brick or a rock related item at somebody, that's gonna do more damage, a lot more damage. Like you're definitely gonna be bleeding. You're gonna have at least 1 or 2 cuts. You're definitely gonna get knocked unconscious, depending on how the rock was thrown. And you definitely hit the nail on the coffin when it comes to her being religious and her being a queer Muslim. First of all, if you call yourself a Muslim, they're not gonna allow anything homosexual related. That's not how that works. And,
Can I ask you a question? When you had a hematoma, what was it from?
It was from fighting.
Okay, so how long did that injury, like how long was it swollen? Did it go down within a couple hours, or did it take a longer time than that?
It took a longer time than that.
Okay, so you're saying that you think that so if she would have gotten hit with a brick, you think it would have been more, she would have had stitches? You think it would have been a little bit more graphic?
It would have been way more graphic, to the point where she couldn't even show her face. Like half of her face would have been wrapped up, patched up.
Okay. And did you see that video she made like hours later where that hematoma went down a lot? What could have caused it to go down so dramatically after some hours? What does that?
I don't know. Because I know it takes longer for a hematoma to go down.
Okay. So I'm glad that you shared that with us. So when did your hematoma go all the way down where you were able to? Now let me ask you this: when you had that hematoma, could you eat, or were you not able to eat for a week?
I was able to eat.
Now, I know we can't chew. You couldn't chew like regular, like big chews. I know you, but you were still able to
chew
eat.
on it. I couldn't chew on it. Yes.
Okay. All right. So I'm glad that you came and you cleared that up, because
I was definitely able to eat.
I looked that up online, and it actually does look like she could have had a hematoma. That makes a lot of sense, because it ended up, when she showed that video hours later, it was a bruise, and it said it leaves bruising as well. So I'm glad you cleared that up, JT. Hang in there, stay on. Okay, next we have Royal Blue. Talk to us, Royal Blue. Royal Blue, can you hear me?
You had me muted.
Okay, sorry about that, hon. Go ahead. Sorry about that.
So this is my first time on YouTube Live, man. Much respect, much love, man. I've been following you for a while now, man. I ain't never been on here live, so much love and respect to you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, but the only thing that I want to talk about is I grew up like pro-black, right, my whole life. Like I would never date nothing other than a black woman. I would never go outside the black race. But over these past few years, I've been noticing this trend of kind of black man bashing, to where I wanted to explore it, right? Because I never wanted to just deviate. I wanted to say, well, maybe we're doing something wrong. So I started looking at Cynthia G's channel, Divested Zealot, Paris Milan, Chrissy, Ty and TKO, et cetera, right? So in the midst of me looking at their channels, I learned a lot of their little tactics. So when I first seen that video about that black woman being hit by a brick, my initial thought was, God damn, that dude was foul. What type of lame shit was that, man? She probably, loved some brothers. But soon as that woman said, this is what gave her away to me. Soon as that woman said all of these black men stood around and watched, I said, oh, divester or feminist, one of the two. It automatically drew red. Because see, only black women always kind of highlight black man's gender and his race. They don't say an Indian man did this or a Mexican man, but as soon as a black man do it, they say a black man did this. Like they are part of this fucking agenda. And of course not all. Of course not all. I know you, Crimson Q, etc., etc. But that let me know off the top. So when I be posting on TikTok and shit, they be mad at me, and I'm like, don't get mad at me because I don't feel bad for her. As soon as that woman specified their genders and their race, I knew what program she was a part of. So then when I looked at her page and she got all of this misandrous rhetoric going on, she's shitting on black American women, talking about they get their femininity from transgenders and they fake whatever she was talking about, BBS, whatever she said. And then she was talking all of this anti-black man bullshit. That's why I don't sympathize with her. You understand what I'm saying? But to my lionesses, man, I love y'all. You, Crimson Cures, Pink Book Lessons, DDs, Shamika Michelle, Shahrazad Ali, River, etc., etc. I love y'all. Much respect, man. I will protect y'all. I will protect y'all on my mother. And I've been off that protect all black women train. Man, listen, I can't scroll for 5 minutes without hearing this same ass trope being perpetuated. Black men are bad fathers. Soon as we make it, we run to white women, which is false. 87% of every black men are married to black women, but they never ever chastise all the droves of black women worshiping white massa. You feel what I'm saying? So I've been off that train, man. I'm not putting my life on the line. That's me. But you, sister, if I ever saw you, my right hand to God on Crip, I will defend you. I will protect you. You got my
Thank
love.
you.
I don't want to
said
be
on
long,
Crip,
man. I'm
so
sorry.
we know it's
I'm
real
gonna
when
be
they say on Crip, y'all. But I wanted to address something. Hold on 1 second, Royal Blue. JP6, he said there were people that witnessed the ambulance helping her, and people stayed on the scene until they secured her. When you say there were people, where can I find the video? Let me tell you about the world today. All this couldn't have happened without somebody doing a video and showing us. I've been on TikTok and I've never seen this video. So can you tell me where I can find the video of them helping her in the ambulance and staying? And if that's the case, and that's what they did, where were the police? The police would have been called too, JP. Not just the ambulance, honey buns. If you call 911 and said, hey, a black woman was assaulted by a brick, they're not just going to send 911. They're going to send the cops so they can find the assailant. So JP, sorry, bro, I'm not feeling that one. Not believing that.
I was watching Tariq Nasheed's show, and a woman who was in Houston, who was a part of the courts, she said, I looked up the paper. She said, there's no police reports. There's no medical records or nothing. So
okay, hold on, Royal. JP said they interviewed the people on the scene. JP, where can I find this? One thing I want you guys to know about me, you can tell me a bunch of stuff, but if you cannot back it up with receipts, it's not real. Anything I told y'all, I'm backing it up with receipts. I told you for her records, you can look that up in Minnesota and you can look it up in Texas. Rhoda Osmond, not hard to do. Right there. When I told you she had 2 GoFundMes, I showed you the 2 GoFundMes with the same name, one in Minnesota, one here, one there in Texas. So again, you can't tell me all this happened and there's no proof. If they did interview people, the cops would have knew about it when I called them 24 hours later. They would have said, ma'am, we know about the incident. It is being investigated. Thank you. That's all they can tell me. He told me this is my first time hearing about it. So if all these people got interviewed by them, why didn't they go on TikTok and confirm her story? Where is the receipts, JP? Y'all know how I get down. Don't tell me anything. Show me. I'm a show me person. I don't care what you're saying to me. If it's not where I can see it and verify, it didn't happen. Y'all know how I get down. We got somebody else on here too. Hold on. Pax, go ahead, Pax.
Show don't tell.
Okay, I'm mute. How you doing today?
I'm good. Go ahead, hon.
Okay, so I'm from Houston, Texas, right? And I'm surprised that it happened in Houston. I mean, I would have been knew about it. Like my mom then would have told me, my niece would have told me, female co-workers would have told me at both of my jobs. I would have really known about it. And y'all guys have to understand the culture in Houston, like, and also this day and age, because like Celebrid said, like, videos would have been everywhere on this.
Yeah,
We're
they
gonna
was
have like one
tethers, though.
video.
They was tethers though. They wasn't Black Americans. They wasn't from Houston. They was from Caribbeans and Somalia somewhere. So that's probably why you didn't hear.
No, dude. I'm telling you, we would have heard about this. Houston is not small. I mean, it's a big city, but doing something like that, we would have heard about it for real. Like, it would have been just huge. I would have heard from my friends on Facebook, everywhere.
Hold on
So
one
it's
second,
like,
Pat. Let me pause you 1 second.
okay, cool.
Does anybody on the panel and come off mute and tell me, just answer my question, don't give me a biography. Do you guys remember the woman from last year who was assaulted in New York for not giving the guy her number? Does anybody remember that story? Yes or
Yep,
no?
it was in Harlem. I do. It was in
Harlem?
Harlem.
Okay. Let me ask you this. When she was assaulted by this man in Harlem, how quick did they find the assailant, sir?
Super duper quick. I think they called him the next day.
Now, let me ask you this. Were there news reports on this, sir?
Yeah, all
Where's
over.
there a description of the person, sir?
Yes, it was all over. I remember yesterday because black women was going in on this. Yeah.
Okay, and then they actually apprehended the person because of the description. Am I right, sir?
Yes, you are.
Okay, so guys, I think what Rhoda did was she remembered that story and said, well, hey, it worked for her and it really happened, so let me make up a lie and see if it works for me. So I want y'all to know that it really did happen to a woman in New York, but it was confirmed. They put the news report out. It went crazy. CNN broke the news. They were looking for the guy. They caught him the next day. Everything's fine. This is the only story. Now, again, the police told me, ma'am, Houston is a big area. Somebody would have called it in other than you. But this is my first time hearing it. Why would he lie to me if the ambulance interviewed several people? And mind you, y'all telling me just the ambulance showed up. I'm not buying that. Because when it's an assault case, they're not just sending the ambulance. The feds is coming with you. The cops is going to be there. A detective's going to be there to collect any DNA, looking for the brick. I know how it works. I have 2 degrees in criminal justice, an associate's, a bachelor's. I know how it works. Whenever you get a domestic call, an assault call, aggravated murder, anything that's dangerous, they're not just sending the ambulance. They have to protect them too. Have y'all ever heard of a case where the ambulance couldn't come and treat the patient yet because they can't find the person who shot him? So the ambulance has to sit there and wait for the cops to come on the scene and say, hey, you're clear, come get the body. That is real, especially out here in Chicago. So there's no way that only the ambulance is going to show up and no cops. So stop playing with me and stop playing with my logic. I know how it works. I know the law. I know the law personally, and I know how this shit works. She's lying. Never would, and she would have never had time to film a video. She would have called 911 and waited and told them what she told TikTok. But again, a victim moves differently. They don't move like she moves.
But can you
I've had
believe?
victims tell me that she wasn't moving right. Go ahead, hon.
I'm sorry, Lord, I didn't mean to cut you off. But can you believe she made 40 bands though off this though?
No, I can't.
What is-
I mean, I said I can't. I can believe it because I told you guys. Look, last year the woman took a picture of her face. She had a black eye. She told everybody on her Facebook that her black ex-boyfriend could not. Can y'all mute? Can y'all mute? Because I'm hearing. I'm gonna find that story and I'm gonna reshare it. That was one of the best ones that I was able to crack. The woman said her ex-boyfriend could not take breaking up with her, so he beat her up. The black eye, she took a picture of it. It was bruised. It looked really bad. Could have been, I think it was good makeup. She did a good job with the makeup. You know, these women that do makeup for a living, they can make themselves look like they got bruised. I've seen it. They're good at it. They're skilled. So she said that because she told him she didn't want to be with him, he hurt her and then he destroyed their apartment. She was seeking $15,000. I don't know what it is with this $15,000 number, but that's what they choose. So anyways, her GoFundMe got up to like 14 of them things, y'all. 14 of them things. And then it finally got to me and I said, let me do some research. Let me tell you how skilled this black woman was. Not only did she make the black eye herself with her makeup, she's very skilled at that. She could do that as a job and get paid big money in Hollywood. But, you know, they would rather do the scam route. Okay. Not only that, she was getting ready to move out of her old apartment. She wasn't taking the old furniture. So she destroyed the old furniture by, cutting it up. the mirrors that she had that you can easily take out of the apartment. She broke them all, wrote a couple things on the wall that said, "Bitch, you're gonna die," and all that. She did all that upon moving out. She wasn't taking all that stuff that was already destroyed. And easily you could take a coat of paint and cover up some black lines, right? That's what she did to get people's money. And I caught it at the 14,000 mark, reported it to GoFundMe, showed them the proof. The apartment complex even confirmed that she was moving out of there and she had until like the end of the week. So she wanted to make sure she went out with a bang by making up a story. So in her new place, she can get nice furniture, nice beds. That was the goal. But guess what? They disabled her GoFundMe and they paid everybody back. And that woman didn't make a dime. I did that. So when I tell you that these women will lie about bruises that didn't happen, they will lie about bruises that didn't happen just to get your money. One thing about women, they're gullible. That's why you guys get played so much. You guys are dumb. If you would listen to me, I can help you guys. But like they're the type of women that will still believe Derek Jackson didn't cheat. Even though his wife came out and said he slept with 100 women, she got videos, she got pictures and all that. These women still believe this man is faithful because he still went up in followers. He's still in the millions. That bothers me. How these women don't even care what you do wrong because they're so stuck in your lies. Women are the easiest target to scam because they're soft. Oh, woman, you so beautiful. No, you don't have to lose no weight. No, you're perfect like you are. Can I have $50 to pay my light bill? You sure can, Tyrone. It's easy. They're easy because they don't care. So that's why it's easy for a woman to believe another woman because they both weak as fuck. She's gullible and the other one's a smart scammer. That's what it is. But when another woman that's hip to it puts it out there that you're lying, then all of a sudden they snap it back into reality and they attack me when they should be attacking that person. Y'all see how that works? That's how that works.
Can I ask you a quick question? I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
Okay, I've been following you for a long time. I've been a big supporter, but I've never been on YouTube Live. I'm usually on TikTok Live. But I got a good question. In this era that we in of black man bashing, it would be so much more easier for you to be on the black man hate train. What makes you get on the train that you on? How did you become this way? If you don't mind me asking, go ahead.
Thank you, Royal Blue. Because you know what? I was just saying that yesterday to a panel of men. People forget I only have 9,000 subscribers. I told y'all that when Kevin Samuels died, a black woman created a page to laugh at him, to mock his death, to clown his family. And she went almost at 250,000 subscribers. That's how many people got on that train to laugh at another black man who died. And here I am with 9,000 subscribers. Here I am just creating another Instagram, number 3, and I'm only at 6,000. But this black woman lies on a black man and she's at 20K. Well, one thing about me, if you've been a true follower of mine for years, I'm just not willing to go that route. That's called selling out. People tend to say, well, you know what? This hasn't been working. I'm going to change it. Kevin Samuels, he used to be a consultant on image for men. And he used to tell men, do better, fix your image. He didn't get no traction until he started calling these big Brendas 2s. And you don't look like Beyonce. You're a 1. And he started giving them the ugly truth. And then all of a sudden, he blew up during COVID. And people thought that I was like the next Kevin Samuels when I was out before him. I was going viral in 2016. Y'all didn't know who Kevin was in 2016. Let's keep it 100. So at the end of the day,
I was still in penitentiary.
so at the end of the day, he changed his image so he can get more attention, and it worked. I'm the only one that hasn't changed. I still post text receipts. I still post Facebook posts. I still catch people in lies. I've been doing the same thing for years, but my following isn't big because no one is interested in the truth. They would rather me lie and spew hate. I can easily create another Instagram right now that's called the Black Man Hate Train, and I'll probably have way more subs within a week than I do now. But I choose not to do that because I'm gonna stand 10 toes down on what I believe in. That's just me.
Are you a Kevin Samuels supporter?
Yeah, I actually see Kevin Samuels. There were a lot of things that I did respect about him. He gave people the ugly truth. And I think with us women, we don't want to hear the ugly truth. They like Derek Jackson telling them, ooh, baby, I love when you wear spandex and your fat hangs out. That is sexy.
Steve Harvey,
Kevin Samuels is going to tell you, it ain't the dress, it's the fat. Take your ass to the gym. That's what we need. Our grandmothers used to be Kevin Samuels. Am I lying? Everybody
Nope.
had that grandmother that was brutally honest. Ooh, you musty? Go get in the shower. You used to be like, damn, okay, granny. Your grannies were Kevin Samuels growing up. Well, some of y'all grandmothers is like 45. My grandmother was actually older. So she did not play. She did not let you dress like a hoe. She did not let you wear
Right.
makeup. I had a Kevin Samuels as a grandmother. So again, it all started in our households if you had that type of grandmother. So again, a lot of black women don't like that I care about black men because
Are you
they
on
have been
TikTok?
ignored the longest. Black
Are you on
women are not
TikTok?
disrespected. We're not. We're not disrespected. We have more power than black men on this earth. Let me tell you how. A black woman can pick up the phone and say, he's hitting me. And 10 cops will show up with the gun on Pookie. And they didn't even see what happened. Right? And it could be the total opposite, right? But they're going to instantly believe the woman over Ray Ray. Am I right? Yes. So women have that much power. They don't even got to touch a man. They ain't even got to be in the same room with a man to destroy his life. So when women say that we're not protected, that is a lie. We are protected. The government protects us, cops protect us. We have the power over our own men. And that's what I'm trying to teach women to stop doing. Use that power in other ways. If he hurt you, and he still loves his kids, don't destroy him by taking him to child support. He loves his kids. He just don't love you. Be a grown woman and move forward. But that's not what they do. TikTok and Facebook and Instagram is teaching them we can profit off of Pookie and Ray Ray. We can make a profit. Let's make up a story so bad that it makes people share our story, send donations, but we're not going to say anything past the story. We're not going to tell them an update. We're just going to let it fade away. No, I can't let women do that. I'm going to be their worst nightmare. I'm going to be the Halloween that pops out when they're not looking and expose them because we can't go viral for things like that, y'all. We just can't. Like I told y'all, the woman that I really care about, Alicia Nelson, who's dying from cancer, who can go at any day now, that's a woman who really needs GoFundMe donations. That $41,000 should go to them 4 kids. It shouldn't go to Rhoda. She's just fine. She's fine. But you got people that are dying. You got people that have already died that need that money that y'all gave to someone that doesn't need it. Y'all don't see the BBL body? Anybody with a BBL that tells me they got money, they got money because BBLs don't cost a couple $100. They're in the thousands, you guys. So again, for this woman to live a life of prostitution and lying and drinking and telling cops the false information, I just don't believe that this woman was polite that night. And I don't believe that a black man, hit her with a brick. If it's a hate crime, that would mean that man had to be white. That's all I'm saying, guys. And if he was, a woman would break her neck telling you that, hey, he's white. He's white. Look for him. But it's been 5 days, you guys, and we don't know what he looks like. He's a ghost right now.
So what about the Kiki Palmer situation? What do you think about that?
Oh, we can talk about Kiki after. I want to stick on this brick.
Okay.
We're gonna get to Kiki. I want to acknowledge the brick. If you guys see the background, that's a brick. That's a standard brick. So if you're in Houston, that brick probably got some rocks on it, little rigid ends on it, probably got a little bit of dust on it, probably got a little bit of drugs on it. That's a brick. So imagine a brick like that hitting you on the side of your face full force. But they can't find the brick. I'm just saying, if somebody got hit with something, it's going to drop. Y'all feel me? No one found that brick. No one. So what I'm saying is, if it's true and she was arguing and fighting in the club, then maybe the fight happened in the club against a lot of women. Women do see another woman with a BBL and say, that's why your body ain't real. Well, you look at your body. You need to get in the gym. And a fight can start just like that. All I'm saying is, if the ambulance was called, like JP said, proper protocol, they would say, hey, there was an assault at a club. There's no way they would only send 911. I have never seen that happen. I live in Chicago. Anytime there's a shooting, anytime there's a touching, anytime that there's an assault, anytime that somebody stole from a bank, anytime somebody fell off from dehydration, they're still going to call 911 and the police. That's proper protocol because the police is there to protect not only the civilian, but 911 too. And if you're in Houston where the crime rate is high, like higher than a crackhead, then they're going to send the cops too. That's like coming out to Chicago. Do you honestly think that an assault would happen in Chicago and they'll only send 911? No, we're talking about Chicago. So Houston and Chicago are dangerous cities. Houston is on the top 100 or top 10. Houston is. So why would they only send the paramedics but not the cops to protect everybody? So again, I'm not buying that story. I'm not. I never will. And usually people that were questioned by 911, they can't wait to go to TikTok to corroborate. Yes, my name is Vicky. I was there and we made sure she got into the ambulance and it drove off. Nobody's saying that. All we had was a couple of cop chasers that were men. Oh, I was on scene and I wanted to get home to my kids. His story was a lie. There's a lot of lies coming out. But when I'm breaking, it's the truth. You feel me? All I'm saying is somebody else said that she's an actress. She's trying to get into acting. And that was a fake thing put on the side of her face. Now, I've seen people put, fake implants on their face and make it look real. We've seen Lady Gaga do it. We've seen a lot of people do it. And it's not even real. It's an implant. We don't know what it was. But I'm saying, let's say that she was questioned by the 911. Do you think they're going to let her go live in the hospital? We all saw her with the gown on, right? What hospital will let you break HIPAA laws like that? Can someone explain that to me? Because I know when I go to hospitals, they tell you to turn your shit off. Tell me I'm wrong. Anybody ever been to the hospital and they told you to turn your cell phone off? Can someone corroborate that?
Yeah, but you can still cut it on when they leave, though. I mean, you can't.
Okay, but how did she know when they were going to come back? If you got a victim of assault, they're going to always have somebody in the room so they can question you. There won't be time for you to go live. If anybody's ever been in a hospital where somebody was assaulted and the assailant is still out there, you think they're going to leave you in the room by yourself where that person can come back and finish you off? Come on, y'all. Quit making excuses. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. She was in there long enough to post a 2-minute video. How come they're not checking on her? She's an assault victim. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying you can't sneak your phone in and push record, but she had enough time. Why aren't they checking on her? Her assailant is still out there. 10 times out of 10, they have a cop there with her for her protection. Can someone corroborate what I'm saying? Because I've seen it in Chicago every day. Anytime someone gets shot or assaulted in Chicago and the person's on the loose, they protect that person.
But I mean, how you know they wasn't outside the door, though?
If they were outside the door, there's always a window outside that door, too. The cop would have looked and saw her going live. Come on, man. Are you here to defend her?
No, hell no. I'm defending you.
You scaring me right now.
I'm with you.
even if they're most of your hospital rooms, they have a clear door. Has anybody ever seen those hospital ones that have a clear door? What I'm saying is, it wasn't like she was in ICU. So even if there was a cop outside of that door, let's say he was, how did she know when they were going to come back? She filmed it and she was loud. Why would they let her do that still? They would have said, ma'am, you can't do that. You don't think he would have heard her outside the door? She was loud. If anybody saw that TikTok where she was talking about what happened inside the hospital room, she was loud. Even a cop outside the door would have heard that shit. It's thin walls. Hospitals are not thick like that.
Yeah, she's probably lying, sis. You're right.
Thank you so much, Classy. Thank you, Classy. Because I'm just saying, I know how hospitals work. I know how they work. And if she was saying that out loud like that, that cop would have came in there and said, ma'am, you can't record in the hospital. What if there was patient information out there? She was panning in the hospital. So what I'm saying is, I don't believe her story. And if there was a cop outside there, then how come when I called Houston police 24 hours later, they were oblivious to what I was talking about? Can you answer that, Royal Blue?
Well, I'm out. You're questioning me like I'm defending her.
No, I'm not. I'm just asking you. Why do you think that they did not tell me the truth?
Well, because what they would say is it's a pending investigation. That's what they say. So maybe because it was a pending investigation. You know what I mean? They can't give no information until the investigation's over with.
Okay, sir. So I'm glad you said that, Royal Blue. If that was the case, when I called the police 24 hours later after the brick, he told me, ma'am, I don't know what you're talking about. No one has called and told us anything about this assault but you. What does that mean, Royal Blue? So what I'm trying to explain to you, Royal Blue, is that they're not allowed to tell me, yes, Rhoda Osmond, she did actually file a police report. No, they can't tell me that. What they can tell me is, ma'am, we've received several calls on the matter and it is being investigated. That's what they can tell me. No one's information was put out. No one's name was given to me. They're letting me know that, hey, we are working on the issue. You're not the only one that called. This officer told me, ma'am, I don't know what you're talking about. If this happens, she needs to call us. That would mean that nobody reported it. Do you get what I'm saying here?
I feel you. Nah, you're right.
So Royal Blue, I'm sorry, Royal Blue, you weren't on the first call. So if you go to my Instagram, you'll hear my first call with the detective. His name is Detective Dylan. I called him because when an assault happens, they usually give you a detective. So when I spoke to him, he told me, ma'am, we haven't received any phone calls about what you're saying. So I had to send him Rhoda's information. So if I have to do that, that would mean that somebody didn't report it. That's kind of weird in Houston. So all I'm saying, you guys, is I will believe a cop on a recorded line telling me that, ma'am, we haven't received any calls. I said, but sir, you are able to tell me that you have received complaints and it's being investigated, right? Yes. That's if she let us know that. If people are calling, yes. We just can't tell you who. I know how the law works. So again, you guys, there isn't no police report. I looked it up too. Police reports are usually available online. They are. So at the end of the day, for nobody to have called for her in 5 days, I'm just going to chalk this up as a loss. She lied. But I still want to make sure she don't get that money. I know
So
she owes
let me
people.
ask you a question, Sissy. So why do you think even though the evidence is clear, why do you think so many black women supported her and sent her so much money though? Like if she's lying, why did they send her so much money?
Soap stories work on
Hold up. I want
social
to
media.
hold up, sis. Hold up. Why do you think, sis?
What Mahmoud said, because what I'm telling you is it's easy to lie about something that's going to tug at women's heartstrings, right? Assault. They want to make it to where women are scared to go out to eat. They're scared to go out to the gym, scared to go out to a club. They're making men seem like they're these big predators that you can't even leave your house. Chicago is more dangerous than Houston. Chicago's way more dangerous than Houston. And I'm not afraid to go down in Chicago. I'm not scared. What I'm saying is predators are not just men, they're women too. But see, we're conditioned to think that it's just men out there looking to harm us because we don't want to give them their number. No, no, no. I've had men in Chicago ask me for my number, and I politely told them I'm married. I'm married. If they say, man, you look good, can I have your number? You know, I'm married, but thank you for the compliment. I'm not a bitch about it. Like, motherfucker, who you asking for your number, you ugly, dusty ass bum? You're about to get on the train. I got me a Durango. I'm not dating you. Now you just bruised his ego, and now you probably pissed off a crazy man. So there's a way to respond to something, even if he's not your type. You could say, hey, I'm in a relationship, or hey, I'm dating someone. It's how you say it. I'm not saying it gives anybody a right to hit you, but you got to watch how you talk to these people. You don't know who's crazy in Houston or Chicago. You don't know until you say something triggering.
Do you have children?
I don't. No, I don't.
Okay, so when you have sons, right? Say they grow up, they become like 18, 19. They say, Mama, I want to be a passport bro. I mean, how would you respond to that?
A whole different conversation, brother. Don't take us into another avenue.
No, no,
Excuse you,
no,
bro.
no, no, no.
I'm
That's a good
talking to her.
question.
Excuse you. Why you not the host, nigga?
No, Mahmoud is a good person. So Royal, what I would say to my son is that if that's what you want to do, I support you. I do. I think a man getting his passport to find a woman that's not going to try to end his life, I don't see a problem with that. And it's crazy because a lot of my support comes from out of the country. And they tell me your American women are scary. And this is coming from men. I would never want to date any of your American women. They fear, and not just black women, women in general in America. It ain't just black women who make up false stories. All races do it. I'm going to hold my race accountable, though, because I'm a black woman. And I know there's other ways. And when we do things like that, we're just 10 times worse because we already have that stigma that we're loud. We have angry episodes and we can't be managed and we can't be tamed. I don't like that for us, you guys. That's why I'm trying to help y'all. And Rhoda, she comes off as an aggressive black woman. She does. I've seen her content. I wouldn't even want to do assault as a joke. So check this out. Royal Blue, Mahmoud, JT. If a black man had got assaulted by a woman with a brick, oh, JT, you outside, man. Let me meet you. You're outside. I'm about to meet you for a second. Okay. If a black man had got assaulted with a brick by a woman, right? Let's say that she, was interested in him. He turned her down, and he said, "You too fat to date. You're too fat for me anyway." And then she hits him with an object, and it hurts him. And then that goes viral. And then on his TikTok, it's him slapping the hell out of women. Do y'all honestly think he would get GoFundMe donations?
Oh, hell no. Do we even
No,
need to answer
no,
that?
no.
Yeah, you do. I know, because I want people to hear this. Because everybody kept saying those are skits. Those are just skits. But why aren't we addressing that it's skits of her assaulting people? She has a son. Would you really want your son to know that his mom made profit off of hitting men as a joke? That's still assault, even if it isn't real. Why do a skit about assaulting? So if now remember this. Remember when Ari Spears and what's that woman, Tiffany Haddish? They had a skit where Ari Spears was a nasty uncle trying to molest his niece. And y'all wanted Ari Spears and Tiffany Haddish canceled over a skit. But it isn't real. But it's not real. But there's kids involved, right? Even though it was a skit. So why are we only attacking when it's a black man doing the skit? But when a black woman does a skit doing something bad, we have to acknowledge that it's only a skit. Who cares? I'm still worried that she was profiting off of slapping men and calling it reparations. But you are a prostitute in your day. What about that? Do a skit about how you used to suck dick for a living. Keep it real, Rhoda. You're weird. You can't sit here and talk about reparations when you were out there selling yourself at 22. Make it make sense. I'm tired of y'all playing games. Y'all know y'all criminal record is long, so why put yourself out there? She did this. I don't care. If it's public knowledge, it's fair game. You are disgusting and vile. Then you get arrested in Texas because you can't control yourself when you're drinking. And you were at a club. Y'all telling me she wasn't having no Casamigos at the club that night? Come on, y'all. She told the officer, I had 3 drinks. That's what the police report said when she got arrested. She told the cops she had 3 drinks. The cop said she couldn't even stand up straight. I'm not making this up. Now, that police report is readily available online. I'm posting that on my YouTube today. I want y'all to see what she told the cop. She had 3 drinks, and that was it. She lied. He said she was staggering. She was not speaking clearly, and they had to take her to jail. That case is still active. So what I'm saying is somebody like that who was in a club and all of a sudden you get assaulted again in another state, I'm starting to think maybe you're the problem. And for you to have a son and you're leaving that legacy of you slapping people online, shaking your ass, I'm just not with that. Then you're dancing with your niece and you have your niece popping her ass and you're saying you're not going to tell your niece to be modest. How can you be Muslim and you're not modest? You can't claim a religion, y'all, and you don't know what the religion stands for. It don't make sense. Muslims are not lesbians. Muslims don't move like she moves, y'all. Her sister is very much like different than she is. But go ahead.
I tell them again, a true Muslim doesn't do that. She may be only by name. She will use our religion's name for her box ticking, where I'm a black queer Muslim, where she checks the boxes for her social media followers. Yeah, that's the social media box ticking, where they want to hit as many boxes so they can get their victimhood all on the check. Oh, we victims and all that.
Yep.
Again, these when you look at such social media content that she posted, it just screams to me that she's overcompensating over stuff that she had to go through. Her slapping men, white men to be precise, she's overcompensating over trauma she probably dealt with.
Thank you for that. I appreciate you saying that. And like I said, guys, I just want the truth to be out there so you guys can know. Y'all keep saying when the truth comes out. Again, without a police report, the cops can't do nothing to Rhoda, y'all. She didn't put it in writing. Y'all have to understand, in order for them to arrest her for false reporting, she would have to have a report. She didn't go that route. She put in her story that she is working with the police, but I'm not buying that. And let's say that she does do a report 5 days later. It's 5 days later. You don't do a report. If a woman was attacked and sexually assaulted on a Monday and you report it 5 months later, the guy is already long gone. You got to do it in the moment so that they can act on it. So when it happened, instead of her pushing record, she should have filed a police report, let people know what to look for. That's how you empower people. All I'm saying, ladies, is if you are a victim, you have to, if you're going to go on TikTok, because I can't believe y'all trust TikTok, especially if there's a guy out there still with a brick. Why would you go to TikTok where he can find your location or find out where you're at? Have somebody follow you. You don't know what's going on. Most victims don't move like that. They're not going to give their assailant a chance to finish them off. So all I'm saying, ladies, is if it is true that you were attacked or harmed and you can't provide me with no information, I'm going to call your story cap. Because a true victim is going to say the guy was heavy set. He had a mustache. He had on a red do-rag. You're going to be descriptive. She said this guy picked up the brick and cocked it back and was like, what? That gave her time to see his whole face, y'all. Then she said he got into a car. How did you see all that if you had a concussion? That's all I'm saying. You would have had to be out for at least a couple moments. Come on, you guys. All I'm saying is you got to use logic. Don't see women. The reason why women are donating to her GoFundMe is because they're acting on emotion, not logic. One thing about women, they're emotional creatures. So if you tell them a sob story, here's my rent money. Here you go, have it. They're not thinking logically like, hey, how'd you survive the last year? Oh, if you're broke, how'd you survive? They don't think, how'd you get a BBL if you can't pay for your medical expenses? How were you just in this? You were just on vacation with your knees shaking your ass. It ain't adding up. Women aren't thinking logically. They think on emotions. That's how they do it. And that's why it's easier to trick a woman than a man. A man gonna say, hold up, bro. You said she hit you with the brick. You said this happened. But then how did this happen? Okay, bro, you got me. Okay, man. See, women ain't gonna do that. They're gonna say, how dare you? How dare you go against the sisterhood? How dare you when you're a black woman? How dare you support assault? Now, y'all know good way hell I don't support assault. Y'all know I don't. Like I told you, I'm not coming from a place of perfection. I was in an abusive relationship myself. I surely was. I've been hit. I've been punched. I've been stabbed. I didn't go to Facebook. I surely didn't do that. I didn't do none of that. No one knew about my journey until way after it happened. I just called his dad and said, come get him. That's how I got myself out. But what I'm saying is I know about being a victim, and I never asked anybody for money. I had to survive on my own, figure it out on my own, because I put myself there. I could have called his dad I could have called his dad a year into the relationship. I waited 3.5. So some of that is on me. His dad was still there. The number was still the same. So eventually what I'm trying to teach you ladies is accountability has to be held. This woman is not going to go to jail. And because she's not going to go to jail, I'm going to be her worst nightmare. Y'all can continue to follow her, support her, feel sorry for her. I can't feel sorry for someone that lies. I just can't, y'all, because that money she's receiving, she doesn't deserve it. She doesn't. And if it is a hate crime, what man did it? Is he white? Is he Hispanic? What made it a hate crime if he wanted your number? So did she forget? So now what y'all gonna say is that she had a concussion and she forgot. He didn't ask me for my number. He told me that I was a dark-skinned monkey. It's gonna change. There's no way that's a hate crime if he asked you for your digits. That means he wanted to pump and dump. That's not a hate crime. It's assault with a deadly weapon, the brick. So women need to understand the difference between a hate crime and assault. She has a PhD and she don't know that. I'm not understanding that, y'all. How this woman, I'm thinking she cheated her way into school. Because someone with a PhD would know how to spell, would know how to type, and would know how to speak.
A PhD in what, if I may ask?
Liberal arts. I believe it was a liberal arts. Yeah.
Man. Liberal arts, gender studies, all of that. They're mostly
It's all
useless.
the same degrees: associate's degree, liberal arts, gender studies. Bro, they kill me every time I hear them wild hangers online talking about we the most educated, we the most educated. But first of all, you're not the most educated, you're the most enrolled. Second of all, even if you are the most, this is what I tell my niece, right? Hey, sis, I want to tell you a story. What's your name again, if you don't mind me asking? Daphne?
Yeah.
Okay, Daphne, right? I just found out that I got a 17-year-old daughter. I ain't got kids. I didn't even think I could have kids because I'm a handsome man. I've been skeeting all over the planet. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm heterosexual. I don't got no girl. I'm single, so whatever. And I drive trucks on a trucking company, so I'm all over the road. So I never thought I can have kids, right? So one day I'm bored, like I'm doing right now. I'm just sitting here. It's bored. I'm on Facebook, right? I found one of my old homegirls. She's a stud. So she said, hey, homie. She said, remember old girl I turned you on to that night? I said, yeah, we talking just like this. I'm right here in the same seat. I said, yeah, what about her? She said, nigga, that baby she had looked just like you. Did you skeeting her? I said, yeah. I said, but I was high. I can't even have kids. That's what I said. Because I don't got kids. She said, nigga, that baby looked just like you, cuz. I said, sis, I don't got kids. I don't think I can have kids. She was like, bro. She said, bro, you need to look at her. Because, again, I've been gone for 10 years in the penitentiary. So me and her ain't talked since then. So I said, man, send me the pictures. Man, she started sending me videos. That little girl looked just like me, right? So I said, man, I need to see her. She said, I don't know the little girl's number. She's a teenager, but I know Shayla's number, Shay's number. That's the mother. I said, man, get me in contact with her, right? So we end up getting in contact with her on social media, through inboxing and shit. I said, hey, Shay, what's up? Remember me? She said, yeah, I remember you, man, back in 2005. So I said, man, what's up? She said, I said, you got kids? I said, man, they said the little girl is just like me. So she was like, no, I wouldn't do nothing. Ooh, long story short. So I told my homegirl, the stud, I said, man, you playing. She said, but bruh, that little girl is just like you. So we ended up getting in contact with the auntie. The auntie started sending me pictures and videos of the little girl, right? So I said, nigga, get me in contact with that little girl, nigga. I knew it off top. That little girl look just like me. I will send you videos. So I end up sneaking to the little girl's house, right? Getting a swab. We did the swab, 99.9. That's my daughter. So now imagine this little girl growing up talking about black men don't take care of their kids. Black men is deadbeat dads. When all of this time, I never knew that she existed. I never knew that she existed all of this time. I got a fucking 17, 18-year-old daughter out there. You hear me?
Oh, yeah. That happens more than you know. It does. It does. It happens more than you know. Charles, you're right. I was wrong. Well, I wasn't all the way wrong. She does have a PhD in African studies from the College of Liberal Arts. I'm sorry. I got the college.
College.
It's the College of Liberal Arts. That's where I got the liberal arts. I'm sorry about that. So she does have a PhD in African American studies. So
Well,
yeah.
I'm about to study my major, right? I'm about to start my major degree. And when you mess up in any punctuation or all that, they'll kill you. The professors, they will kill you. They will ridicule you. Say, what are you
Oh,
doing?
I know how that works. I know how to, a lot of dissertations. I know how that works. The Beast from Within. The story was relevant because Royal Blue was just trying to explain to you how the woman lied. She lied. So how women can lie. If they can lie about you not having a kid or not telling you that she got pregnant and had your child and hold that from you from 17 to 18 years, then they'll lie about getting hit. So that's how
Exactly.
that story was relevant. Okay.
That was my whole point.
I do want to say I'm not taking away from her PhD. It is okay. Hold on. I'm hearing a lot of feedback. Can somebody? Is it you, Royal? I'm not taking away from her PhD. I'm just saying, with someone with that type of degree, you would think she was intelligent. She would know how to talk. She would know how to remember a lie. She's a writer, and she also called herself a journalist. Okay, so she's trying to write too, which means that you're good at writing, but you're spelling things wrong. That's weird for someone that has a PhD that doesn't know how to spell and that doesn't know how to put an apostrophe on word. It doesn't sit right with me. And like I told you guys, I'm a student too. Now, I didn't go for the PhD. I didn't want no PhD. That's too much work. I didn't feel like doing a bunch of papers. I didn't feel like that. I have 2 master degrees. One's in management with leadership. The other one's in psychology with life coaching. So I did go to school and get different degrees in different sectors, and they weren't easy. Master degrees are not easy either. You have to maintain the 3.0 GPA. You do some writing. It ain't on the PhD level, but I got 2 of them bitches, and I'm very proud of myself with that. But at the end of the day, a lot of people like to throw their little degrees around, but y'all don't know how to y'all don't know how to separate a scam from reality. A lot of these women that support her, they have degrees too. They have her, hers, and she, and all this little acronym, but y'all don't know how to spot a scam. How? How are we the most educated but dumb at the same time? That's what I'm not getting. These men that y'all say are dumb, they recognize real. They recognize it's a scam, but you guys are so blind to it. How did you get your degree? It makes me think a
This
lot of
goes
these
to
women.
show that these degrees are useless. Sorry to cut you off, but these degrees, when you study at college, they think all degrees are equal in value. No, they don't. When you study in college, for you to know a degree is useful or not, that college course, whatever you take, needs to teach you how to do basic critical thinking or follow up or like looking up references, looking up how to read papers, how to do all that, so you can actually understand what you're reading. It tells me these degrees are useless because a lot of them, oh, I got a PhD, I got a major, and most of them don't know what they're reading, don't know what they're studying, don't know what they're supposed to do actually with the what knowledge they actually got. because when you get such degrees, you need to know all those basic things and knowledges, and it seems to me they get actually dumber with those kind of degrees.
That's probably where I bought
100.
hers.
Hey,
And
hey, I gotta go real quick though, but much love to y'all, Miss Daphne. Thank you for
hey,
bringing me
thank
up.
you. It was great having you, Royal, for the first time, man. I
Hey,
would
that
like
was
to
my
see you more.
first
Okay,
time on YouTube Live, man. You my first. No matter what happens, you my first. So much
you
love to
did
y'all.
good. And quit skeeting all over the planet, man. Quit skeeting all over the planet. Lock it up.
Nah, I'm through.
Okay.
Hey. All jokes aside, semen retention. I'm 2 years in. January will be my second year in semen
Good job.
retention. So it's all love, man. I appreciate you. Keep doing what you're doing, sis.
Thank
If
you.
I can support you or help financially or whatever I can do, man, I got you. I
You.
don't. So how do I? I mean, do you got a TikTok or something?
My TikTok is the same as my Instagram, not podcast, just celebrity, just like that on
Okay.
TikTok.
Okay, I got you. Well, I
I
appreciate you,
appreciate you,
man.
man. Thank you. I want to see you on more shows. Okay.
Most definitely. Right on, sis.
Okay.
All right.
So, one thing that Desmond said, he said Johnny Depp. So that's a good one. Johnny was lied on for like 7 years, right? He was caught a monster, sexually assaulting Amber Heard, being violent, all type of stuff. And people stopped messing with him. He wasn't getting movie deals. He lost a lot of friends. People believed Amber Heard because she was a great actress, right? And then when the truth came out that she was shitting in pools and shitting in his bed and abusing him, everybody felt bad for Johnny. But Amber Heard, to this day, she's now getting movie deals again. Do you see how easy it is for a woman? It's going to be the same for Rhoda, just like it is for Carly. They're going to still be able to go on through life because a woman can lie and be forgiven. If a man did half of what women do, oh my goodness. Another example, Cardi B admitted on camera that she was drugging and robbing men and having, I can't say the word because I get striked, but men that wear dresses, having them assault these men when they're drugged up, and she still got 15, 16 endorsement deals, one being Nickelodeon. But when Rick Ross said, "Yeah, pop Tamale in a drink," he lost the Reebok deal. He lost the Reebok deal, but Cardi B gained a Reebok deal. So what I'm saying is, one was a rap lyric that never happened in real life. The other one was real life. So do y'all see how women can admit to crimes, federal crimes, and still be loved and valued and appreciated and protected? Cardi B had two women assaulted because Offset couldn't wrap it up, right? But yet, y'all still love Cardi B. Meg the Stallion assaulted her ex, assaulted a family member, and y'all still love Meg the Stallion. But you will never forgive Chris Brown, right? You'll never forgive him. So, like I said, women are forgiven, men are hung. That's why I said men are not protected. Black men, they are not protected and valued anymore. And then y'all mad that they're getting passports. And I'm sure the father of Rhoda's child, I hope he fights for full custody, because no child should be in the arms of a woman who cannot separate reality from what she sees on TV or what she sees in movies. That's dangerous. That no woman should have a son when you're sitting here saying that you don't like black men, but your son is black. You got to make it make sense. You're a lesbian, but you have a son. How'd you have a son? So all I'm saying is you have to remember what you say can come back to haunt you. If it is a hate crime, I'm going to assume maybe she was trying to do one of them TikTok videos that night. Had the mask on, thought she could slap somebody, and they slapped back. But they used a brick. I don't know. But all I'm saying is until I get the facts that was from a brick and a man did that, and we have a man in custody, I'm just not going to ever believe her story. I'm never going to believe it. That's the way I get down. I would want someone to give someone else a proper due process. Two sides to a story. Three, if you want to know the truth. The third one is the truth. So again, no mother would want her son on trial with just one story. I guarantee you, if Rhoda's son was on trial as an adult, and they only heard one side, and the judge said, "Well, we're going to give him life because of that one side of the story," Rhoda would be in the streets marching for her black son. Am I right? So why is it hard for her to understand that we want two sides? I want to know the side from the man and the brick. I want to know what really happened, because honestly, we've already shown you that she's done this before. She has a history of doing it, and she's a liar. There's nothing that she said that proves that what she said was right. Nobody can give me any evidence showing me that this woman was truly assaulted by a man and drove off in a car. No one's given me any evidence when I've asked for it. So until then, that's the way I get down. We have Tony. Tony, are you on?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, go ahead, Tony. Speak to us.
So, actually, the reason I'm here is for advice because I have a girl that is extremely gullible, and she will take the word from these women as like gospel when they're lying, when they're telling these lies. And she came to me actually yesterday with the story, and I try to break down to her, everything that has, all the facts of the story. But to her, it's still real. It still happened. So my advice is like, how can someone go about trying to, I guess, bring the truth to these people who are only reacting on the emotion?
I can honestly tell you, if it's like, let's say that she believes Rhoda, you're just gonna have to show her pages where they're exposing what she said. You're gonna have to show her the facts. Somebody that is so like stuck on only believing what they want to believe, you have to break them out of the cycle by showing them the facts. So if women still believe Amber Heard, you're gonna have to show them where Amber Heard lost her court thing and has to pay Johnny Depp all that money, right? You have to show them the facts, and some of them will still be bird box. They're still not gonna see what you see, and there's some women you just can't help. You got to let them live in their own little bubble. I'm not here to try to beg women to believe me when I say Rhoda's lying, because they're only gonna believe what they want to believe. This is a battered Black woman who needs Black women to step up because Black men are sitting down. That's the narrative right now for her case. That is why I got upset. If she said she was assaulted and didn't see who did it, it could be a woman or a man. I don't think I would have went this hard trying to find out the truth, because she don't know who really did it. But she put it on a race of men, Black men. It's all your fault. You stood there, you watched it. But those Black men, none of them confirmed that it was a white guy. So again, Rhoda, I know you're listening. I know you saw my link that I sent you, and you're purposely ignoring me, but you had time to post on your story, and that's fine, because I'm going to continue to come for you. And you can block my pages, but I'm still going to post the truth and the facts. And the facts are, you lied. You have a lot of stuff going on in your life, and I hope you heal. And honestly, I will even be your coach. I will help you do better. I am older than you. I will help you do better, because the rate that you're going right now, it's not going to end well. You could lose your kid. You can get locked up. There are things that you're doing that is dangerous, and you're putting your son in that position to be in harm's way. And that's not what mothers do. Mothers are supposed to protect their kids. I'm surprised she put her son on Instagram. Most victims, where there's a brick and a man out there still, they're not going to post their sons and their dads. Her dad got in the driver's seat. She was in the back seat. It wasn't making sense. Why you're putting your family out there now? Before this happened, nobody even knew you really had a son. I told them you had a son. So at the end of the day, she's not moving like a victim. She's making you think that she is, because that's how they can continue to get that money. But real victims, like I talk to victims right now, assault, victims that were molested, victims that were abused, almost killed, shot, stabbed, almost taken off of this earth. And they told me she's not moving at all like we did. When I got hurt and he was still out there, I made sure I was rogue. I didn't want him to finish me off. And I didn't say anything to my social media until I knew he was locked up. That's how victims move. And when they were looking for him, I filed the police report. They contacted the news. They did all the work for me. I didn't have to go on Instagram and say, and here's my report and all that. We didn't do that until after he was locked up and I knew he wasn't coming out. Then I made my post. Hey, ladies, recently I got stabbed. I was left for dead. It happened by this man. He's now locked up. They tell you that, but they would never give you bits and pieces. I was at McDonald's eating me a Big Mac. Took me a good bite, and then bam, someone hit me in the back of the head. And when I came to, Black men were sitting there eating their Big Macs looking at me. What Black man would do that? How can they do that? That's it. In the video. All you women, poor baby. Yes, girl, it happened to me too. Was it the McDonald's in this place? Just be lying. Just be lying. A real victim wouldn't give you bits and pieces. Either you give me the full account of what happened or don't post at all. It's either or. Because you're not empowering Black women, telling them half story, Rhoda. You're not. You're lying. I know how bad you need to pay off your debts, but this ain't the way you do it, girl. It's not. There's other ways. When you have a son, you have to move like an adult. You're still moving like the Rhoda from Minnesota. You're not growing. You're making yourself look bad. I get that you love attention. You got your body done. You want somebody to see it. I get it. But there's other ways. You didn't have to blame men for this. You didn't. All we needed was the truth. And if you would have said that on Sunday, we wouldn't be here today. But I can't let you sit here and put other men in danger. Because those men that you recorded, they have families too. They didn't ask for you to record them. You didn't get their consent. Let's be real about it. Because if a man got these women on camera saying they all stood here and watched me get hit by a woman, you women will be like, who gave you permission to record those women? They're innocent. How do we know that's what really happened? Well, when we went to your TikTok, we saw you slapping women for fun. You women will find everything to justify his story being false. But when it's a woman, we're supposed to believe everything, right? Forget about the Carly Russells. Forget about the Jada Pinkett's. Forget about the Amber Heards. The Meg Thee Stallion. Meg Thee Stallion looked into the camera and told Gail, no, I didn't sleep with Tory. With tears coming down her. Fake tears. They weren't even real. And then what happened? They said that she had sex with Tory Lanez, Ben Simmons, the baby. The truth comes out. Why lie about that? So again, if a woman will lie like that, they will continue to lie. That's why. That's what they do. But she lied to Gayle King. She didn't lie on the stand. She lied to Gayle King. So that's not a crime. See what I'm saying? They know when to lie and how to lie. It's dangerous. It is so dangerous. And that's why I'm more fearful of our Black men. Because I told you guys how I was in that LA Fitness and that woman tried to say that man was looking at her ass. That man was so scared. He got his ass out of that gym. I didn't even see him leave. He didn't even know I went to bat for him because he left. That made me sad, y'all. Men shouldn't have to be scared in spaces like that. This woman was intentionally putting her ass in the air on a bench press machine. That is not for you to be lifting dumbbells. They got dumbbell benches right there in the front. But she chose to use a machine that she knew someone was going to need. He was just waiting for her to finish. It was a busy gym. If you ever go to LA Fitness in the afternoons, like at around 5, it is crazy. Well, out here it is. I don't know how it is in y'all state. But this woman literally said, stop looking at my ass. Oh, y'all, I got to move. When he started walking away, I went right to the front desk and said, look, that woman over there, she's using a machine the wrong way. There's plenty of machines where she can do that little dumbbell stuff on that bench or in that room. There's a women's room that she can be in right now that's empty. He went back with me and told her, ma'am, this is a bench press. That's why there's a bar here. That's why there's 2 45-pound weights on each side. That's for someone to bench. You're not supposed to use that to put your knee and your ass up to mess with the dumbbells. There are benches for that right there in the front. Free for you to just sit there, look in the mirror, look at you. But she wanted that one because it was in the middle of a busy gym. She wanted that attention, but she got it from the guy that she probably wasn't attracted to. And when he said, ma'am, there's an entire women's room right there with many dumbbells and many benches that you can use with mirrors everywhere and privacy. Then she tried to call the man racist. Oh my good. It's crazy how women try to play that card. And she got banned from the gym. Had I not have went over there and told the manager, she would have gotten in trouble. So I told her ass too. Y'all gonna stop playing with these men. It's not fair. Men shouldn't be scared. Men are more scared out here. And it's not even the cops they're scared of. They're scared of their own women because they know that if they piss them off, it's over. I'm just being real. We have to do better. Hold on. Who else is on here? The First Prime. I don't think I got to let you speak. I'm sorry. Go ahead and speak before I wrap up.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
We can hear you.
Okay, I just got a question for some of the women because when I don't know if people heard about that Instagram because I watched MTR because they made like a response to him. I think it was called like the hate or something. But basically on that same post, a lot of women were saying Black women don't get protected at all. But I always like to ask this question: because they tried to say this to us. What if that was our sister or our mother or something like that that got assaulted and got hit with a brick? We will obviously step up. But my thing is, I could flip that same question on them. It's like, so would you want your brother or your father or your man to get involved with something, then he end up getting killed, but then later on you see that same girl that he protected with the same dude that abused her? Like, you wouldn't be pissed about that? That's kind of like how I try to see it.
You're not wrong
You're
for
not
that.
wrong for that.
I've told
I've
this
told
story
this.
before. I've told this story before, and I said that there was a video that I saw on YouTube of, it was a woman and her boyfriend fighting at the gas station, and there was a man who stepped in, and the dude stabbed him like in the side, like, you know, like maybe between his ribs, I don't know. He stabbed him really good. The dude held on to it where he got stabbed and backed up, and he fell. So the part that made me cry, and I don't want to get emotional because I'm angry about it. It makes me angry. If I had been in the store and saw that, I don't know what I would have done. But the guy lay there bleeding. Clearly, you can see he needed medical help, right? The woman that he protected, she got in the car with the man that she needed protection from. And guess what they did, guys? They drove off into the sunset, and that guy just sat there bleeding out, and he died. He died alone. That right there scares me for our men. It's not fair. He died alone. That was something I didn't want to see. Someone said, yeah, Daphne watched this video. Didn't warn me what I was watching. I didn't know what I was watching. Wait, hold on. I keep hearing people come on. And hold on, y'all, before y'all speak, hold on. So when I watched that just told me that I would never tell if I had a son. I would tell him, you call 911 for the person, take a picture. Now you got the proof. That's it. That's all you can do. Because 9 times out of 10, these women choose to be with these men. The abuse didn't happen on day one. It took time. You had time. Like I said, when I was in an abusive relationship, it took me 3.5 years to pick up the phone and call his dad and say, look, I'm exhausted. I'm tired. He is going to kill me. The next blow, the next hit, I don't want to see him go down. I said, either you come and take him or I have to call 911. I have to. His dad was there with 2 suitcases. He said, get your shit. I acted like I didn't know what was going on. What's going on? You know, I had to play the game. Because I didn't want him to know that it was because of me. You know, I was scared. I'm like, he could be letting him come stay with him, and then he can come and kill me. So I had to act like I didn't know what was going on, and the dad went right with it. He did not say, well, you know you called me. He let me act oblivious. I had to, y'all. And he took him away, and I never saw him again. I did get an email where he was thanking me for saving his life. He had to get intense therapy from being abused as a child by the hands of his Black mother. So again, what I'm trying to say to you ladies, if you are in that position with an abusive man, you can't expect a man to protect you if you're choosing to stay, because y'all won't leave. You're digmatized. Oh, I don't want to leave because we have kids you shouldn't have had. I didn't have my ex's kids. I was smart enough to know not to have a baby by this man. That's how smart I was. Very smart. I made sure I was on birth control. I wasn't stupid. Ladies act like they can't go get birth control. It's not hard to do. Get a pap smear and say, hey, I want to be on birth control. Okay. It's that easy. You guys purposely want to get pregnant because you say, well, if we have a baby, that'll stop him from hitting me. No, it won't. It won't. It's going to make it worse. Because now a young kid has to witness you being someone's punching bag. And then that kid's going to grow up and repeat the cycle. That's the way it works. So how was I more smarter than y'all at a young age? But y'all can't stop having Pookie's baby. Y'all choose that. I was raised by my dad. My dad couldn't tell me nothing about my vagina. He couldn't. He's a man. All he could do is give me the tools and tell me what to look out for. And it was up to me to soak that in and apply it. My dad had 3 daughters. We were all in our teens. And yet, none of us got pregnant. None of us. My 2 older sisters don't even have kids. So I don't know about the baby mama. So look, my 2 older sisters don't even have no kids. They knew how to do it right. My brother, my younger brother, he's married with a family. And we were raised by my dad. My grandmother died. My mom died. That's all the only women I had in my life, other than my 2 sisters. We didn't know how to do things. We didn't know what this was, that was. We had to figure it out. So I don't want to hear that you guys can't do it, because you can. But what you have to learn how to do is read between the lines. That's why you keep getting screwed over, because you guys think on emotion and you're digmatized. Once you start really thinking logically and using those degrees you claim you have, you'll be smart. A lot of you might have a PhD in African studies, but you have a GED in street knowledge. That's the problem. You're dumb as a doorknob. This woman thought she can lie to y'all and tell y'all she got hit by a black man, but she didn't put her whole life together. That's why it's easy to break down a lie. But when you're telling the truth, you'll always stand 10 toes down on that truth. It will never change. The day's going to change, the hour's going to change, but the truth will remain. That's real talk. But when you lie, y'all seen First 48. Well, when we brought you in here a week ago, you said it was 3:38. Now you're saying it was 5. When you lie, it changes. So this woman, she knew in her heart that she had her back against the wall. She has debt, student loans, court fees. She's supposed to be doing community service. You got 12 months and 120 hours of community service. I'm confused why you're wasting your time doing this. Because with her record, I don't even think she's supposed to be smoking weed. Maybe I should ask that detective who handled your last case. Is she supposed to be smoking weed, sir? Because I have a TikTok with her with a big bag of weed. Like I said, y'all get yourself in trouble. Y'all get yourself in trouble. I don't think you're supposed to be drinking and smoking weed. That's what I think. You broke a lot of laws. It's your fault. We wouldn't know who you were, Rhoda, if you didn't make the post. You want the attention, you got it. When the Shade Room posted her story, I then knew it was a clout chase. The Shade Room has 28 million followers, more than any news outlet. She went with the biggest page. She's smart in that aspect, but dumb with the story. That's all. I'm trying to teach y'all something here today. And I want to say thank you, because it went up to 120 people. Usually I do my shows later and everybody's ready to go to bed. So today I want to say thank you guys for really listening to my show today. That's what made me stay on longer, because we went up to 120 people. That makes my day. It really does. Because I'm not a big, huge page. I've seen pages with 100,000 only have 50 people on, and that didn't add up to me. So I'm thankful for the people who did sit in to listen to the truth. And I just want you guys to know that I do care about women. And I'm also going to hold you accountable.
It depends on your consistency of posting. I follow a page that has now 11K subscribers, but they get a lot of viewers because he posts like daily. He makes a live show once every 2 days or once every day. So he gets a lot of viewers, even though he gets only 11K subscribers. So it depends on how many you post.
Okay, so I'm seeing that doing it around this time is probably going to be the best for me, and I will do better with my posting. But guys, you have to do better with sharing my page and helping me get more subscribers, because the more we get, the more we can take off. I want to make this a movement, because you got pages that hate men that are trending way better than me, and they don't have to do any shows. That's the thing. They post videos that they've pre-recorded, they drop it in their page, and then you just leave comments, and they're making all this money off of that, and they're doing the wrong thing. I want to do this the right way. I'm thinking about starting a new YouTube called I Figured Just Say That, where I'm exposing people unedited, uncut. Because the more we start showing these people's faces, the more they're going to stop scamming. Because I would hate for someone to date Rhoda and get accused for SA, right? Get accused for something bigger, right? What I'm saying is we have to protect our men as well, ladies, because it's dangerous out here. I hate the fact that I have to say this, but women are the most dangerous out here today. We're so focused on men being predators. No, it's not the men. It's women. You got women right now that are only getting 3 months in prison for stalking their 12-year-old student, moving into his building, having sex with him, and getting 3 months. But they give R. Kelly 3 decades. I can't make this up. Women should be given the same energy a man is given. That's why you got a lot of these teachers sleeping with their students. They're not getting big penalties. You had one student who was in love, one teacher that was in love with her student. He was only 11 and they were having sex. They were having sex, sending each other Snapchats and sending each other sexual pics. 11? What do you know at 11? And you would think they would have gave the teacher life. They gave her 1 year in community service, 1 year in jail, not prison. Why? Why? Now, let that have been a man in love with his 11-year-old student that's a woman, a girl. They would say, she's innocent. The book will be thrown at him. So that's why it's so uneven in this world today. How can there be more men predators when we outnumber men? Let's use logic here, guys. So what Rhoda is doing, it's not going to stop. I keep telling you guys, look at the trends and watch how bad it gets. Y'all know I expose people for sexual assault. I expose people for lying about being assaulted by their boyfriends. I just keep exposing them and they keep popping up. They just keep popping up. I can't do this by myself, though. It takes a village. I cannot do this I'm one person. So when y'all keep sending me your sob stories, I'm not going to see all of them. I'm one person. Y'all keep thinking that I'm God and I can do everything with one snap. I can't. Y'all got to help me. So I get people that inbox me saying, I've sent you my GoFundMe 10 times. And well, I'm sorry. If I'm not following you, it goes right to my spam. Do you know how many inboxes I get a day? A lot. I am one person. I don't have an assistant. I'm also doing life coaching. I do a lot of sessions. I do a lot of phone things. I'm doing so much. I can't be pulled everywhere. So what I'm trying to tell people is that, look, you don't have to believe anything I said in the past, but I need you to believe me today. Rhoda Osman is someone that you want to look out for because she has a lot of issues and she's going to continue to lie her way to the top. And what bothers me is the person who started her GoFundMe. Who is she? You keep letting these people do your own GoFundMe and all that stuff. That's the first sign that it's a scam. I would expect the person it happened to do their own GoFundMe so we know it's going straight to you. But when you have a friend do it, it makes it look like you were so traumatized. So you were so traumatized that you posted 9 TikTok videos minutes after your assault, but you couldn't create your own GoFundMe. And then in 2020, you had another organization create your GoFundMe. So it's a trend of you letting other people do things for you to make yourself look like a victim. But you don't need their help when it comes to posting, right? So guys, all I'm saying is, what Rhoda did is not right. And if we don't hold her accountable, it's going to get worse. Men, please protect yourself. Protect yourself. Text receipts, videos, whatever you got to do. When 50 Cent told you guys that he makes people sign a contract, a lot of people laughed at him. Brilliant. Brilliant. Because they will flip it and say, he assaulted me. And then it's over. And this is what women are doing now. He assaulted me sexually. They probably had rough sex, right? You have rough sex, there might be some tearing. So it's easy to go to an ER and get a rape kit done and say, yep, he did it. Yep, he did it. And it was really just rough sex. That's one of the biggest hustles out there. So fellas, if she tells y'all like it dirty, handcuffs, ropes, please don't be dumb enough to do that. If you just met this broad, don't do that. You know what? When you do handcuffs and you do ropes, it leaves a mark. Now she can go to the hospital and get you. That's how easy it is. Y'all keep falling for it. You just met the bride and you're already going to do that on the first day? Nah. Some of them are looking for a come up. They're not looking for a relationship. Y'all got to be careful. I'm definitely going to drop something for y'all where you can acknowledge these scams. Because one of the women that I've been working with since last year, she's told me all the scams that she did. The only reason why she stopped is because someone almost got her with a machete. And that told her right there that she needed to stop. But the scams that she told me, brilliant. Brilliant. Because I never would have guessed. Where did you come up with this scam? Oh, yeah, my mama taught me. Where's your mom? In heaven. Oh, damn. Okay, well, then that makes sense. Maybe that should have been your first sign to stop. Y'all better stop messing with these people. It's not funny. It isn't. And I admire the women that's trying to change. But fellas, y'all got to use your logic too. Some of y'all think with your penis, and that's why y'all in y'all predicament. Any woman that tells you she likes it rough and tied up and wants you to grab her by the throat, those are all the things somebody would do when someone's saying no. Use logic. If you've been with this woman for 5-6 years, then yeah, get your freak on. But if you just met her at the club, don't do that on day one. it and quit it. Keep it simple. If she like all that rough stuff, tell her to go find somebody else. That ain't you. It's so easy to get tripped up, y'all. It is. You tell her about how you got a nice vehicle you just got, nice house. You are a mark. Easy. That's the easiest scam. I like to be handcuffed. Oh, take pictures. You here, use my phone. Are y'all that dumb? Y'all can't be that dumb, fellas. So what I'm saying is you got to be smart and use logic. That's all I'm telling y'all. I'm trying to give y'all some game for free. That's all. All I'm telling y'all is it's up to you to believe Rhoda. I don't. And like I said, I'm going to continue to hold people accountable because it angers me that people like that get to skate by life and not be held accountable. She will not go to jail. And if she gets that money from GoFundMe, I'm really going to come at it with GoFundMe. Like really bad. I'm going to go at it. File a complaint. Because I told you guys that it's a scam. I gave you the numbers to call. Talk to this detective. Talk to this news outlet. Come on, GoFundMe. Y'all got to use logic too. And I said, if she had the same GoFundMe 3 years ago and didn't raise the money, now she raises it because she knew she had to go harder. Y'all know the first GoFundMe, there were no pictures. She had no pictures, no video, nothing. It was in 2020. Now she has a video, right? So again, y'all, it's a scam. It's easy for a woman to scam other women because they tug at their heartstrings. I'm a single mother. Please help me. My kids got to eat. Poor baby, what's your cash app? Sent. But they won't even support their own family's business, right? But y'all will support a stranger. It baffles me how we do that to each other. You black women won't support your homegirl who just started her nail company, her wig company. Girl, that's too much money. Can you lower the price? But you'll give a complete stranger you never met money with no facts. That's how bad it is. These black women would say that's too much money, but you'll buy a Gucci purse, right? Oh, that's too much money, but you'll go to Ling Ling and buy those bundles for more money. I can't make this up. So again, she has people in her life that's supporting her scam. Didn't Carly have her mom and dad in on it? Her mom was the loudest hyena. Yet my daughter was assaulted and it's real. She had her mom and dad lying, y'all. Think about that. Carly Russell had her mommy and daddy lying to the news. Yep, it happened, huh? I can't tell you the state of mind my daughter was in. But what I can tell you is she was telling the truth. That was her mom, the hyena, the ringleader. They knew their daughter was full of shit. And if that was a real black family, they would have never went on camera in the first place. Because they knew their daughter was lying, right? So I'm just trying to tell y'all. Rhoda, let me tell you this. Go to Rhoda's Instagram. I'm going to give it to you again. RHO_reports. RHO_reports. There is a post on there where she tagged her sister, her twin sister. Go to her sister's page. Can I ask y'all a question? How come her sister didn't post her sister's GoFundMe? Hello? That's the biggest question I have. When her assault happened, I went right to her sister's page. Not a story, not a post.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Go there right now. If anybody has like a double screen, go to Instagram right now and go to RHO_reports. Look at that fifth. It's like the fifth or the sixth post. Her and her sister are sitting there on a chair. Click on her sister's tag. How come your sister isn't supporting you, Rhoda? That's your twin. How come your sister is not sharing your GoFundMe on her account? Aren't you supposed to support your blood, you guys? I don't get it. How come her own sister is not sharing it? Because it didn't happen. Her sister was probably like, we'll see where it goes. I'm not in on this. I have a daughter. Her sister has a daughter. So I'm sure she was like, look, I'm a mother. I can't risk losing my child. Oh, sis, but trust me, I'm not going to get caught because I'm not going to call the cops. I'm not going to call the cops. Trust me, this is going to work. Well, I don't want to post it on my page because then it looks like I'm in on it. Think about it. How come her sister didn't post her own sister's GoFundMe or her account of what happened? What kind of sister does that? You posted her on your IG. She don't love you. You posted her daughter on your IG. How come she isn't reciprocating the love, Rhoda? Your own family, your own blood don't even believe you. So I'm just telling y'all, look at the trends. Y'all mad at me? Her own family ain't even sharing the shit. Come on. How come her sister didn't create the GoFundMe? I can go deep if y'all need me to. Want me to go deep? I can go deep. How come her sister did not start that GoFundMe for her? I mean, hey, you babysat her. You babysat for, you know, her daughter before you babysat your niece, right? Had your niece with you, shaking your ass. How come your own blood didn't do it? Who's Kiara? Kiara's not your sister's name. So I'm just saying, y'all, it's called logic. Use your logic. Her sister didn't even post the first GoFundMe. I can't make this up, y'all. Because I'm telling you, if me and my sister were close and I got hurt, it's my sister's going to do it for me. If anybody else. My sister, right? Her sister ain't did shit. So I'm just saying, y'all, look at that for yourself. I can't make this up for y'all. I won't.
Daphne, I got a question
Yeah.
real quick. Did the sister at least like make like a comment or something
No,
like on her Instagram? Like,
No, sir.
like, can somebody like help my sister?
Nope. I'm telling you, if my sister posted me on her Instagram and then she got hurt, I'm gonna post her on mine. Right when it happened, when I called the cops, I went to her page and did my research. And I'm like, oh, her sister. Her sister looked just like her. They both look alike. I went to her sister's page. Her sister has a daughter. That same daughter is on Rose's page, dancing. Where she said, I'm not going to teach my niece to be modest. She want her niece to be a thought like her. I'm going to teach her to be a prostitute. That's probably what she meant to say. So when I went to her sister's page, I'm like, wow, your sister had your daughter, you know, gave you a shout out on her page, and you're not even saying, hey, y'all, share my sister's GoFundMe. She was in a vicious attack by a brick. No. So what kind of sister doesn't even share her own family's page to help her? Like I said, it ain't adding up. It ain't adding up. And y'all can go see it for yourself. She has 2 Instagrams. She said that her other one was hacked at 37,000 followers. Hack means you don't have it no more. But yet she was posting on that hacked page. So she just be lying about little things, y'all. It don't make no sense. If they lie about something small, they'll lie about something big. That's how I go. If that was my sister and I knew she lied, I'm going to be real. I'm going to say, look, sis, I got a daughter. Like, you could do that. And if it works for you, cool. But I can't risk my daughter. I can't. That's what a sister would tell another sister. But see, with me, I would say, don't do it. Come on, sis, you don't got to do that. And if she's stubborn, I'm going to let her have her way, but I'm not supporting you. Her sister didn't post nothing about the attack. And she posts on her Instagram. But it ain't that. So again, if your own blood ain't posting it, I don't believe it. You had somebody named Kiara start it. That's an American Black person, not a Somalian, not a Muslim. That's an American name. So again, I'm not a fool. I look at trends and I look at what I know is real and what I know is fake. So all I'm saying, you guys, is you can definitely believe what you want. You guys can also call ABC 13 Houston. You can also call K Houston 11 News, and they'll both tell you what they told me. They don't know anything about these incidents. And if she wants us to report it, we would need a police report. Because typically the police will reach out to them. They're not going to fact check a police officer. You feel me? But they will fact check you. So the lady told me we would need her police report. That's so they can verify. Because one thing about the news, they're not like the Shade Room. They're not going to post something because you said it happened. So ask yourself why the news don't believe her. Because, you know, they could have took her Instagram story and her YouTube or her TikTok, and they could have just made a little story off of what she already posted, right? Ask yourself why they don't do that. Because she's a journalist. She's trying to be a journalist, right? One thing about being a journalist, you have to check. You have to fact check. You cannot put something out there with your name and the company's name and lie. You always have to verify. She knows that about journalism. Anybody that ever worked with someone in journalism, you know they got to make sure it's credible. It's real because you're putting your name in the company's name. So the news ain't going to just post it because you put it on TikTok. They need facts. The lady told me without a police report or her calling us, there's nothing we can do, ma'am. Imagine being told that twice. Once on Monday and another today. I reached out to 2. That's like going to Chicago, somebody getting hurt. You're calling ABC 7 and WGN TV News, and they're both telling you we ain't heard it. If these 2 major outlets didn't hear it, it didn't happen. It's that simple, y'all. It didn't happen. She didn't say, well, yeah, the police reached out to us. We're breaking that news today, ma'am. She didn't say that. Because the police are going to reach out to them and say, hey, this happened. We're looking for this assailant, curly hair, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we got you. Come on, y'all. Y'all know how it works. It ain't just in the movies. So I'm just saying, you guys, you got to fact check. If you can't fact check, it didn't happen. So you guys can tell me all you want about the ambulance showing up and interviewing everybody on scene. I ain't seen not one video. Let's not forget, the owner of that club in Houston said he checked surveillance and he did not see such an attack at all. Never happened. So are y'all not going to believe the surveillance and the owner? So what I'm saying is, ask yourself why she didn't tell you what club she was at. Y'all, I can't make this up. Because if she would have name dropped his club, he would have had to come out and make a statement saying, here's the surveillance, it never happened. She didn't even tell you what club she was at. If I'm in Chicago and I'm at a club and I tell y'all, yeah, I was outside the club in the parking lot and I got hit. What club? Can't tell you. Not gonna tell you. Because you know most clubs have surveillance. See what I'm saying? She didn't even give y'all the name of the club. Can someone tell me the name of the club? Because I'll call that motherfucker right now on live so you can hear it. Can anybody give me the name of the club? I'm looking in the comments. No name? Nobody knows the name of that club in Houston. Anybody in Houston know of a big club where that could have happened based off of her video? Anybody? Because I get the calling. Somebody did a TikTok and they went live on TikTok and the owner called in and he said, no, it never happened. I looked at my surveillance. I asked security that's inside and outside of my club and none of them saw it. He said, if she would have been assaulted by a man with a brick, my security would have been on his ass. He wouldn't have been able to get away in a car and nobody get the plate. Come on, you guys. It's logic. Houston is big and people are outside all the time, just like Chicago. Can you honestly say somebody can be in downtown Chicago, commit a crime, and nobody saw nothing? Somebody saw something. Whether it was a car driving away, they saw something. So all I'm saying is we live in a world today where somebody saw something. Look, Instagram, they tripping. They just kicked me out. I was just mid talk and they kicked me out and maybe come back in. So I guess somebody's trying to strike me right now. Something's trying to happen. Hold on. Who's trying to get on here? Nobody. Okay. So they just kicked me out of my studio and I had to come back in. So y'all see how they do me? That's why I told you, I know Rhoda is listening to my story and she hates me right now. I bet you I'm gonna go on my TikTok and I'm gonna be violated for something else. They're gonna report something else I said. Watch. I just got kicked out of the studio and I had to come back, y'all. That's why I showed only one picture. I just got kicked out. So they're now trying to silence me. This is what happens. I can't make this up, y'all. I really can't. So y'all can say that my stuff is fake or whatever you want to do, but look at how I'm being treated. That's never happened to me where I was kicked out for the studio. I'm the one that organized it. But you see, the other person stayed on, right? It was just me that was gone. I didn't leave. So I'm just saying, they don't like me. They don't want me to be able to tell y'all the truth. But look, I want to say thank you. I am gonna do another show. I don't know when. Probably next week. But if anything changes with Rhoda, we're gonna go live and have a party. Oh, we're gonna laugh. Because what I'm trying to tell y'all is that if in fact she does do a report, let's say today, does it matter? Did it happen today? It happened on Sunday. So if the report wasn't done on Sunday, I don't care. You can't do it 5 days later because the brick and everybody's gone. All I'm saying is she was at a club during Memorial Day or Labor Day weekend. So it had to have been crowded, packed with people. And nobody got a video of what happened? Nobody? Come on, you guys. Eventually, we have to start using what God gave us, our brain. And all I'm saying to you ladies, if you are trying to promote your business, your brand, I can help you for free to prevent you from doing the road away. We're going to call it the road away, where you lie and make up a story for clout. When TikTok took her page, I was shocked. Y'all know TikTok usually don't do that. But TikTok will take your page if you're posting, false information, putting people in danger. People are saying that black men did that. No. TikTok can do that by themselves. They do it to me all the time. When I post something wrong, they get me the same day or the next day. It's never been 10 months. So I know that those reports came from her people who don't like what I'm doing. When I made my page private, I didn't get any reports. As soon as I made it public, I got more. So guys, I can't make this up. I can't make this up. So I just want to say today was the most I've had on my page in a while. I'm going to give you guys more shows. I'm going to make it more uncut because I want y'all to know that it won't be accepted. The news won't do this. The police won't do this. They don't care. Unless the person filed a report, they don't care. Women are going to continue to lie. And it's worse now than it was then. It's worse, guys. They can say anything happened and the world will believe them. That is scary. I'm a woman myself, and I would never lie on someone like that. It wouldn't even feel right. So for a mother to do that with a son, a black son, and you call those men bitch ass niggas, those black men, and you have a black son, he's going to see this when he gets old enough to understand. And he's going to be very embarrassed. Hey, you had the mama that lied. Then your mom lie about, what is this? They're going to probably be her for Halloween. They're going to probably be her for Halloween. For Halloween, I might be a brick. I think I'm going to be a brick for Halloween. That's what I'm going to be.
You messed up for that.
Well, I don't care. I'm going to be a brick for Halloween. That's what I'm going to be.
You got to post a picture. You have to.
I will. I'm going to find someone that can do a brick suit. I'm going to be a brick. And you ain't got to like it. Because at the end of the day, hey man, I hear myself on your.
Sorry about that. Sorry.
I know, because I hear you laughing. But look, I'm going to be a brick for Halloween. That's what I'm going to be. That's how much I want people to understand that it's not okay. You feel me? That's all I'm saying. If anybody saw that movie Hitch, y'all remember when he had allergic reaction? They both looked the same. It looked like somebody hit him, didn't it? I didn't know reactions can get that bad. That's what hers looked like. Remember, if you saw it, even though I know that was a movie, people do have allergic reactions like that, and it looks that bad, like somebody hit you, right? So some people even said that could have been, an implant. All I'm saying is we have to protect our black men. And a lot of black men say, protect me at all costs. My black husband protects me at all costs. His whole family has me in a protection ring. I'm not scared of anybody coming to Chicago trying me. That's the last thing. And if it happened, it would be a woman trying that, and she wouldn't win that one. I'm not scared of females because 99% of the hate comes from black women. Black women. I've probably had maybe one or two. One was a white woman, one was a Hispanic, but it's majority black women that hate me. And they hate me for something I did not do to them personally. They don't know me from a can of paint. I'll ask them, did I do something wrong to you? No, I just don't like you. Damn. That's what I get. Because I know I don't personally hurt people. When I go onto somebody's Facebook post, I don't call them any names. They insult me when I ask a question. So look at the aggression. Every time I go on a post on Facebook, they attack me first. That's the black woman. But y'all sit there and get mad at white people for saying, why are we so aggressive? It's in most of y'all's nature to be aggressive and mad at the world. So what I'm saying is, if you look at the way Rhoda was posting on her TikTok, she was really aggressive. Oh, she was barely slapping those white men. But the point is, she was slapping them, right? So don't get mad at us for saying, you know what? Could that have been a skit gone wrong? We see on YouTube, a lot of these people be playing with these people with these pranks, and it does go wrong, don't it? One guy went to the hood, threw up a fake gang sign, and he pulled out his gun. You got to be careful. People don't like them pranks. They're starting to get hip to these pranks. These pranksters on YouTube, they're starting to lose value because the pranks are watered down. And now they're going wrong. People are shooting and stabbing. It's not a joke. What if she was trying to slap somebody in that club that night? She had on a mask. Oh, he won't know who I was. Right? And what if it just didn't work that night? We have to put that into consideration because that's what she does. Right? She knows how to drop it low, but she didn't know how to duck when he swung the brick. Come on. But you know how to twerk and you know how to shake your butt, but you don't know how to duck. I'm sorry, I know how to duck. So I'm just saying, you guys, like I said, this to me was a really good informative show. And like I said, public records is free. It's free. The way they do black men when they get shot, I do it the same way with women. If you're telling me that you were assaulted, but you got a whole background of assault, I'm gonna half believe you, half not, because you have it. It's in your nature. If somebody was going for a job interview, right, at a jewelry store, and they got a history for robbing, do you think they're gonna hire them? Come on. Well, don't judge me off of my robberies. I'm different today. I'm different now. They not gonna hire you. You have a history of stealing. So why won't they think you're still a thief? Oh, I don't live there anymore. I know I got 8 charges, but I'm not a thief today. They're not gonna believe it. They're just not. You're gonna be judged everywhere you go. That's why when you apply for a job, they do what's called a background check. We're judged every day. And that background check will determine if they want to hire you. We live in a world of judgment. Don't matter what color you are, you're going to be judged. So if you go on social media and say, hey, I was attacked with a brick, I'm going to look at your history. History of slapping people on TikTok, check. History of hoeing, assaulting officers, check. Disorderly conduct, check. Intoxication in public, check. A lot of debt, check. 3 years ago, assaulted again, GoFundMe, check. We have to do that. We have to. Because you said you never did anything to nobody in your life and you lied. Y'all remember that video? I never in my life did anything. Yes, you did. You did a lot. You did a lot. From prostitution to lying. You did a lot. That's a lot. And you're not even that old. You're born in 1990. That worries me. You did a lot. You lived a long life and you're not even that old. So yeah, you can't lie like that on camera saying you never did anything. Yes, you have. You've done a lot. And again, that's why your family doesn't post any of your TikToks, any of your fuckery, because they don't want to be a part of it. They knew that something probably might happen, and it did. How do you go from Minnesota to Texas, from cold to hot, and do the same shit and get the same results? So all I'm saying, you guys, is, you could believe what you want. I'm trying to give you all these gems today. I hope you guys liked this show today. I hope you guys hit the like button. Please continue to share my YouTube. If you have any receipts, do not send me that video of the guy saying he's a baby daddy. I don't believe it. And that's a black man saying that. Do you know how many black men can get on YouTube and say, I'm the baby daddy? And my baby mama crazy. He's telling you everything that you put on TikTok. That does not validate what he's saying. Now, if he shows me a picture, I'll believe it. But until then, I need facts. And I even sent him the link and he's not even here. See what I'm saying? That same guy that claimed that he was a baby daddy, he's not on this show either, but he had a lot to say earlier. So again, they run when you ask them to come and stand 10 toes down. How she said it? Stop. They keep telling me to make. That's how y'all keep telling me to mimic what she was doing. That's how she was doing it. I'm telling y'all, if y'all watched her videos, her crying, her acting, it was brilliant. It was brilliant. That's all I can say. I don't mean to clown like that, but that's what it sounded like. Women only hear the hurt and they play on that. Oh, poor baby. Let me send you a couple dollars. They got her GoFundMe, they got Venmo, Cash App, and her PayPal. All those ways to pay her. At first, it was just her Cash App. So y'all don't see the scam? So all I'm saying is, guys, believe the facts. Don't believe a story. Believe the facts and the proof behind it. If I tell you something happened to me and I have no proof, it didn't happen. I'm keeping it real. I'm not just exposing black women, anybody. Black men, white men, yellow, green, I don't care what color. You will be exposed. That's how. Don't put it on the internet if you don't want me to find it. Y'all keep telling me to mind my business, but they put the business out there. Make it make sense. I didn't get that video from a private video. It was public. So you women keep telling me to mind my business, but they put it out there for me to take. So until they make it private, I'm taking it. You get what I'm saying? Yep. Steven, you're right. They love watching Love and Hip Hop and all that. They live that life and they want that life. They want that life. Rhoda saw a way of making money, but she didn't plan it right. That's all, y'all. You know what? It is Labor Day weekend. You know what? A lot of people going to be acting crazy. Bingo. Why don't I make up a story? Hey, there's some bricks outside. My thing is, where's the brick? When people get shot, what do they come and pick up on the scene? Anybody? For 2 points? When you get shot, what do they come and put those yellow markers on? There's a reason why they do that, right? Right? Because when you fire a gun, what's left behind? What's left behind? It's called logic. What's left behind? Evidence. Casings. They love them. They want to see what kind of gun did that. Was there more than one gun? The casings tell a story. They do. Is there any DNA? Oh, there's a cigarette butt. The guy said he flicked a cigarette. Okay, we can get DNA. So if there's a brick on the scene and someone picks it up and it's hot in Houston, because it ain't cold out there, and I hit you with a brick, my skin cells are on the brick. That's called DNA. When it connected with your face, your cells are on that brick. There's no brick to be found. So when that black guy said, "Where's the brick?" it wasn't to insult her. We know how evidence works. So again, guys, when they drove off, did they get the tire treads? You were in a parking lot, right? Was it a parking lot that had like, some sand, or did it have gravel? Did you see anything come off the car? You have to put all that into account. And then they're going to ask the club owner for surveillance. So if he's telling people on TikTok, he looked at it and looked at the video and none of that happened, it didn't happen. That's all I'm saying, you guys. Clout is a hell of a drug. It is. And I hope that these women can stop this lying. But like I said, there is a TikTok trend where these women start crying and then they start smiling. That's how dangerous it is for these men. Men, please arm yourself. I promise you I'm going to give you the game. And this is not to knock all women. There are some wonderful women like Gail. I really do like Gail. She's in the comments. Is it Gail at night? Gail at night. Gail at night always sends me receipts. She's always sending me information. She don't just say it. She sends me all the proof. I really do like Gail at night. There's somebody else that was in here. Another woman. I have to make sure I get her name right. It starts with a K. Was it Kai? I forgot her name. There's a lot of women I do respect. I do respect. I forgot her name. Was it Kai? It was Kai something. It was another woman on this. And then you have a lot like Nancy. There's a lot of people that really do support me, and they're women. They don't see nothing I do wrong. So again, to those women that don't like me, if you can't come on my podcast and tell me why you don't like me, shut up. I don't want to hear it, because y'all are real loud until I tell you, hey, click the link. Then all of a sudden, it's like when the lights come on, you're a roach. You go scattering under the stove. So I know a lot of you guys are scared of me, and I don't need you to be, because I'm not God. You shouldn't fear me. What I do, anybody can do, right? All I'm telling you is, don't come for me. That's it. I don't know who you are until you tag my name, or until somebody sends me something you said. You feel me? But if you're going to keep going live and blaming things on men, I'm going to come right behind you to make sure it's credible. And I'm not saying there aren't any dangerous men and women out there, because there are dangerous men and women out there. So fellas, arm yourselves. Please be smart with who you're taking home. Make sure you're not getting scammed. If you need my advice before you about to hit it and quit it, pump and dump, reach out to me. Ladies, if you need my advice, hey, Daphne, I've been struggling to promote my music, and I was thinking about going the rotor route. Let's talk. Let's talk, because promoting your music, lying isn't going to get you there. That story about the woman, her name is Sabrina, who said that she called CPS on her ex-boyfriend, that never happened. That never happened. Y'all remember that woman? The video went. I forgot. This is what I wanted to tell you guys before I wrapped up. That woman that said she called CPS on her ex because he broke up with her. He was a cheater and all these other things. She said she called him, and they still go to his house to this day. That story was incredible. I reached out to the proper people, and they said there were no claims supporting that happened. It's a lie. What Sabrina was trying to do was promote her really bad music. Her music is like cats screaming. It's terrible. If you go to her Instagram, the first thing she has pinned is that horrible music and her horrible, bad BBL body. Whoever did her BBL was wearing a blindfold. One of the worst BBLs I've seen. She thinks she's a Kardashian. All this was to promote her music. That's how dangerous these women are. They will lie about something so vile, and everybody wanted her arrested. You can't arrest somebody for making up a lie. You can't. You can't. If that really did happen, then yeah, they can get her. but it's a story that couldn't be confirmed or validated. She lied. Anybody can say they did that. Everybody ran to her page. When I saw her YouTube, it had thousands of views. After that lie, it hit the millions. Y'all just gave this woman a $15,000, $20,000 check. See what I'm saying? That's how easy it is. You don't hear men saying, yes, 10 years ago, I drugged a woman and I tied her up. If a man said that, the FBI is going to be on that story like glue. Tell me I'm wrong. A man can't come out and say something he did in the past, but a woman can, whether it's true or not. So what I'm saying is the story isn't true. Her music is really bad. I would tell you to arm yourselves. It's the worst music you'll ever hear in your life. But she made a check off of that fake story that didn't happen. Nobody in their right mind would ever say they did something like that, knowing that that's a felony, right? False reporting, having the cops and everybody come to their kid's house, photoshopping bruises on his kids' pictures. That's a crime. So when she first said it, first I ran her information to get her real name and not her rap name. Then I reached out. Yep, we've been getting a lot of calls. This never happened. This is a woman who probably just wants some attention. It hurts when you hear people say that, like it's nothing, right? But remember, that woman that I got for lying about sexual assault, she was trying to promote her YouTube music too, which was really bad. And I told her there are other ways to do it, ladies. Because I'm telling you, you keep on accusing these men of things they didn't do, they're just gonna react and not care about the consequences. Please stop lying, ladies. If anything you took from what I'm saying today, please stop lying, because you guys lie at higher rates than men. Men might lie about cheating, little stuff like that, but you ain't gonna have a man lying about something that severe when he knows that it's gonna be investigated. A man can't even make up a story without the cops being on his ass, but you women can do that. If I called a cop and said, hey, this man said he touched this 3-year-old girl, I guarantee you they would have been all on that motherfucking case. All they hear is 3-year-old girl. But if I said, yeah, a girl said she did this, it's not likely. Why would a woman do that? Right? In Chicago, a woman, they're looking for a woman who groped a 4-year-old child. They didn't give us no description on the woman. They're protecting her. Why? But if it had been Jesus or Tyrone or Bill, we would have knew what he looked like. They said the 4-year-old reported that a woman sexually assaulted her. A woman in Chicago. And we don't know what the fuck the woman looks like. Is she black? Is she white? Is she Mexican? But if it had been a man, we would have his date of birth by dawn. You see how it works? There's a woman predator going around groping kids in Chicago. But they're not taking that seriously. It was a small little report and it vanished. But if it had been a man, oh shit. You see what I'm saying, y'all? I just told my husband that. What the woman look like? How come we not getting a description? Is that fair? It isn't. But women get favor. So one thing I want you to know, fellas, is women, they get favor with the courts, police. They get favor. A woman can get pulled over for speeding and show a little bit of a cleavage and get off the ticket. Y'all men can't do the same. Let me show this cop my pecs. Get out of here. So what I'm saying is it's easier for women. That's why Rhoda is riding this train. Continue to watch her Instagram. She'll have a blue check really soon. I know how this works. She will have a blue check real soon. Then she's going to tell you guys that they couldn't find the assailant. Nobody saw him because he drove off really fast. And you guys are going to still believe her story. So if you don't believe anything I said today, believe the facts. I didn't just come on here and tell y'all a lie. You can easily look her up in Minnesota and in Texas, and you will see everything I'm saying today. I just hope that she does her community service and pays her fines, because you now have the money. You scam them for the money, handle your debts. That's all I'm saying. Because I'm going to send it to them anywhere I go. And I'm gonna show you guys the report because it is public. It'll be on my YouTube in the community section. I'm gonna show you the report that the cop wrote when he said that she said she had 3 Casamigas. You lying. 3 ain't gonna make you stagger. 3 ain't gonna make you fall on your ass. Come on, y'all. Disorderly. They had to arrest her. She was an aggressive hyena, like we see in those TikToks. It all matches. How was you aggressive in November, but now all of a sudden you're changed? Girl, bye. Ain't no lesbian Muslims out there. You cannot claim that religion and not live it. They frown upon that. Maybe that's why your sister don't fuck with you. Like I said, you can't be a Christian and then hate God. It doesn't work that way. Don't claim something and not know how it works. You feel me? So all I'm saying, guys, is we got to do better. That's it. And if y'all don't want to do better, I'll continue to help you do better. So again, thank you, everybody. If you want to hear the recording from me and ABC 13 today, it is on my Instagram, The Queen of Accountability, all balled up together. The Queen of Accountability. I did create a new TikTok under The Queen of Accountability because I'm almost positive I'm going to lose my main TikTok. My main TikTok is under Celebrity, just like my username, just Celebrity. I might be losing that page real soon. So I did create a backup one because, I mean, hey, why not? Okay. But again, I'm going to be following her story. And as I get more, if that guy is her baby daddy and he can confirm it, we will go live this weekend and we'll talk to the baby daddy. And then I have everybody spam her with the YouTube link so she can come on and speak on why she lied. Okay. So that's going to be my next move. I think it would be shocking if she came onto my show, because usually when somebody lies and they're being put on blast, they're not going to do that. They're going to keep posting God quotes. So she might even turn godly and say, God got me. Only God will judge me. Keep watching her Instagram, because that Instagram was working on Sunday too, and Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday. But she decided to post that shit on Friday. Not a description of the guy, not the police report, but I'm fighting for my life. Okay, R. Kelly. Okay. Your name do start with an R. Okay. Rhoda, Robert. Both sound the same to me. So I'm just saying, when women start getting put up against a wall and they know they messed up, they hit you with the God quotes. Only he sees me and loves me. You know, keep watching her Instagram, y'all. I can't make this up, okay? Because they do. Desmond, you're right. They use religion to get out of it. But it ain't going to work here. Because even in the Bible, God held people accountable too. He didn't mind wiping out a whole city. See, they forget that God did have a raft in the Bible. See, a lot of these women will quote the Bible, but they didn't read it. They quote it, but they don't read it. He turned people into a pillar of salt for not listening. Don't look back. That's what he told Lot's wife. Don't look back. And what did she do? What did she do? Because she's hard-headed like a woman. She looked back and guess what? Pillar of salt. Accountability. Y'all think I'm bad. He turned her into a pillar of salt for not listening. When Eve, don't touch the apple, the tree of life. You can have everything in the garden, but not the apple, not the apples on that tree of life. Nothing on the tree of life you can touch. Who did the snake tempt? The woman, because she don't listen. Hey, Eve, yeah. Get your eat on, baby. You looking good. Your boobs hanging out nice. Okay. I see you. Go ahead and eat that apple, baby. Okay. And then what happened? Periods, childbirth. We have to suffer. The man was listening until the woman came and enticed him. Hey, baby, I do that little thing you like. Eat this apple with me. All I'm saying is it all started with women not listening. Thanks to women, right? They don't listen. So if you're going to quote God, Rhoda, remember, he held women accountable in the Bible too, honey buns. So, like I said, y'all like to quote people. That's all I'm saying. His punishment was much worse. I'm not turning Rhoda into no pillar of salt. I'm just holding her accountable. That's it. So all I'm saying, you guys, is I hope that this show gave y'all some knowledge. Thank you to all 130 people who did attend. It's a blessing. And now I know what times I need to do my shows. I will do more shows. Please like this podcast. Please get other people to watch, because the more we can come up together, the more we can hold people accountable. You feel me? I just want people to do better. That's it, man. It doesn't matter how many degrees you got. It don't matter if you have a criminal record. It doesn't matter if you're doing right. But if you have a criminal record and you're still doing wrong, then we can't mess with you. You're supposed to grow and change from what you did. The last record I had, I was driving on a suspended license, and I knew it was suspended, but being a woman in Arizona, I got away with that. Yeah, I didn't know. See, you know, a man can't tell a cop I didn't know. Women can, and they believe us. Show a little cleavage, sir. I didn't even know. I didn't even know it was suspended. Please don't take me to jail, sir. I'm a hard worker. Okay. Got out of that, paid my little fine, back on the road again. Those are my offenses. I think everybody I know had at least one run-in where they didn't pay their tickets, you know, and you got caught, but you didn't go to jail for it. So again, what I'm saying is nobody's perfect. We all did some things in our life, but we grew from them. I never got pulled over again for driving unsuspended. It didn't happen twice. I learned. We grow and learn. But when you have a history of drinking in public, being intoxicated, anytime you put somebody's life in danger, I can't fuck with you. I want y'all to know that this same individual chose to get behind a car more than once while intoxicated. And she has a son. I want y'all to remember that before you start feeling bad for her. Because you know how many people get killed doing that? You know what I mean? People, anytime you get behind the wheel intoxicated, you don't care about nobody's life. You're a danger. She's done it more than once. And y'all sitting here feeling bad. I've never done anything to deserve this. Anything. Look at my face. Oh, we see it. And we see your record too. We see your record. With that good eye, look at your record. That's what I'm worried about. You have done a lot. You've risked a lot of lives. You put your hands on cops. You put your hands on innocent people for likes and views. You've done a lot, Miss Rhoda. And those black men just stood there. You bitch ass niggas. No, those black men were smart. Those black men wanted to make it home. And they made it home, didn't they? So again, y'all, there's not much I can say from there. So thank you for attending. Keep watching my Instagram. I'll keep dropping the news since they're not doing it. And if I get anything new, I'll let you guys know. What was I gonna say? Prime, did you want to say anything for a wrap up, sir?
I just want to say that I've been watching you for a while, and I will say I appreciate what you're doing. And also, I also be getting upset when people don't be sharing and commenting, especially at the women, when they begin saying, oh, she be talking about black women, all this other stuff. I don't know if you remember the one guy on IG who be commenting, it'd be Delirious732. That's me. And I'll be saying, well, I'll be saying like, well, do y'all be seeing the stuff she do for black women? Because I always comment like, I guarantee you they're not gonna say nothing about this, how much she helps black women. It always be me. I comment down every post you do because it's just facts. They disappear the moment you help, but the moment you expose somebody, they all coming out of the woods like, see, I told y'all she hate black women. I'm like, you know what? It's like, what can you do? But overall, I would say I love what you're doing. Keep doing the good work. I'm gonna try to continue coming on lives. This is kind of my first time being on one.
Oh, cool.
And then, yeah, that's it. Appreciate you. And I also always call you Big Sis because you give me that big sister energy.
Okay, long as you don't want me big like baby D big.
No.
Good. I don't want to have to go fisticuffs with you, okay? I grab a brick on you.
Yeah, I'm gonna see you outside my window with a brick suit. All right, be safe. I'm about to get ready for work.
Okay, have a good day.
Bye.
Y'all, that was funny. So, yeah, like I said, guys, I do a lot. I do a lot outside of YouTube and all this. I do life coaching. I do resume building. There are some people that can't find a job, and sometimes it's your resume. So if there's anybody out there looking for a job and you think your resume is kind of the reason why they're not calling you, reach out to me, MEN_TAL health@yahoo.com. Again, MEN_, I'm going to make sure y'all can hear me good, TALHEALTH@yahoo.com. So it's mental health, but the MEN, there's an underscore and then the rest of the letters. Okay. So reach out to me. Sometimes it's your resume. Some of you guys might need a letter of recommendation. I help you with that too. First, I want to get to know you, make sure you clean, and I can give you a letter of recommendation with my stamp of approval. I want to help you guys get good careers. Some of you guys are working dead-end jobs right now, and that's why a lot of these people lie on TikTok so they can get paid. There are other ways to get paid. Some of you guys are so skilled at other things that you don't even know it. Like there was a guy who I told him, you can draw. Why aren't you drawing? Now he's selling his paintings, getting paid. You just have to know how to do it. I can help you with starting that. I don't charge people. I have started charging people for my life coaching because my time is starting to be thin. And my life coaching is only $20 a session. That's it. And you get a full hour. In that session, I can help you with your resume. You get a lot for that $20. Some of y'all y'all spend more than that on gas. You spend more than that on getting your nails done, your eyebrows done. Men, you spend more than that on a haircut. I'm cheap. I'm cheap because I want to gain your trust so you know that I'm genuine. I'm not out here doxing people for a living. That's not what I do. I only do it when I'm threatened. There's a reason for that. But I want y'all to know a lot of y'all deserve better than what you got right now. There's a lot of people working a dead-end job where, like, if you have to sit there and pray that you have a good day and nobody messes with you and makes you mad, then you're not where you need to be. Sometimes you might have to go back and get a trade. Even though people say degrees are useless in corporate America, you need them. Them white people ain't going to hire you with just a GED. They're not just going to hire you with a high school diploma. Some of them say you have to have the experience, but then they say a degree too. That's what sucks. But then you got some jobs, if you get a trade, you good. I try to help people with empowering themselves so that you are confident out there in the world. And sometimes it's your resume. I used to hire people and I only looked at resumes for 15 seconds. If you was saying too much, I threw it in the trash. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't care what color you were. So a lot of people, like on Indeed, they pay you $40 to fix your resume and they still do it wrong. This woman paid Indeed $40. I fixed it for free and she's on her third interview. I'm trying to tell y'all, I got you. I'm not just evil. I'm not an evil person. Daphne, can I post about it? You can if you want, but I don't ask for the accolades. I really don't. The woman I just helped with the racial incident, she got her $75 back and a public apology from a white man. I did that. I sure did. I wasn't going to let her go through what she went through. And that's a woman. I never met this woman a day in my life. But what took her 4 days to do, I did in 20 minutes. So again, guys, I know people in other places, and I just want to make sure that everybody's okay, man. That's it. And Rhoda, if you can admit that you lied, I will be your life coach, man. As long as it takes to get you back where you need to be. I know you take anxiety meds that you took yourself off. You need to get back on them. And that's just coming from somebody that cares. Never stop your pills if on your own. A doctor needs to tell you to stop them. Don't think that you are above it and that you've beat it. Anxiety doesn't just go away overnight. I've had it since 2011, and I still get panic attacks when I'm in certain situations. I just know now how to handle. So if any man or woman goes through panic attacks and you don't know how to calm yourself down, I got you. Reach out to me. But lying is not going to get you anywhere. You feel me? It won't get you anywhere. It's going to make people put a mark on you and your son. And I am reaching out to CPS now that I know he's in your custody. If he's in your dad's custody, fine. But the video I saw, he was with you. And I think what you're doing right now, it isn't safe for him. That's just me caring about a kid. To know that you did all this crazy shit and you got your son with you and there's a guy out there with a brick, not safe at all. She also did a video where she saved a dog. And it shows her apartment complex. I can't make this up. I know where she lives. I know exactly where she lives. Just based off of the video with her saving the dog's life. She brought the dog to her apartment complex. So when I ran her information and it gave me an address and I looked it up, it matched perfectly. Some of y'all tell on yourselves. It ain't hard to do. She's living in an apartment. She wants to get out of it. She wants a house. That $41,000 is a start. You feel me? So I know what she's doing and I get what she's doing. If I can get a nice big fat house, now I'm doing what I need to do. I ain't have to work for it, got it for free. People feeling sorry for me. We saw what she got on GoFundMe, but we didn't see what she got in her Venmo and her Cash App and her PayPal. I'm trying to teach y'all something today. This woman got paid before she's even getting the GoFundMe money. She already got paid. But there's a woman named Alicia Nelson on GoFundMe that is dying from cancer. 33 years old with 4 kids. 3 girls and a boy. 13 is the oldest, 5 is the youngest. Dying of cancer. Incurable. They gave her 3 months. That's somebody that needs that GoFundMe. You feel me? That's all I'm saying. So again, guys, I'm going to keep on advocating for men and women the best way I can. If you guys need help, guidance, I can do what I can if it's within my scope. I'm only one person, y'all. I'm not perfect. Okay? If you want me to look for somebody, it ain't going to be free. Y'all not going to have me doing all these extra things for y'all just so y'all can get money and thinking I'm not going to charge you. There will be a price on certain things you ask me to do. because we're not playing those games. Someone had me looking for someone for a totally different reason. Then I had to get them. Don't try me. I'm not the one to try. Don't tell me a sob story. Yeah, I need you to find this address. And then I find out that you're the predator. Don't do that. I'm going to verify both stories, not just yours. I'm not your best friend just because you met me. So again, I just want people to be fair. That's all I'm saying, y'all. Okay? He said, would you eat your husband or girlfriend's food? What do you mean? You know what, Indigo? I honestly think, just based off of watching her, I think she's bipolar. She's confirmed on her TikTok that she takes medication for anxiety. Typically, when you're diagnosed with anxiety disorder, bipolar is right next door to it. Kanye West, good example. Anxiety, bipolar, right? He has both. The reason why I'm saying bipolar is because she says a lot of things and then she goes, and then she goes back to being normal. That right there is kind of weird to me, you know? So I honestly think she is bipolar as well with the anxiety. People do get misdiagnosed. They do. They do. And I don't judge anyone that's bipolar. Because I think it's funny that when I was diagnosed with anxiety disorder, they try to say I was the same. I say, yeah, get the fuck out of here. I know what bipolar is. You're not going to put me on no Prozac. You're not going to put me on that Ativan or Klonopin. I wanted to do it on my own. I wanted to do it with meditation and thinking positive. I didn't want pills. So, but one thing I learned is if you take yourself off pills, it could be dangerous. Usually they lower your dose because your body's already used to the chemicals. You feel me? Opioids are dangerous. People want that Xanax. You're not going to get that. They stopped that. You'll get the low level stuff like Prozac, you know. I know how pills work. I talk to people. I help people. So I'm just telling y'all, you know, you open the line at I have chaos. Okay, I'll put the link in one more time, y'all, and then I gotta go. Hold on. I'm gonna put the link in there for you right now, Chaos, if you have a suggestion. Hold on. There you go. I'll let you say what you gotta say. Not Daphne, I'm chatting with someone else. Sorry. Oh, okay. She made a post saying she gave a single mother $300. I believe that was just for clout because whoever that single mother was, she didn't comment saying thank you. So, Gail at night, I'm 50-50 on that. She might have given someone some money. It might not have been on $300. But when I give people money for diapers, they will never go on my Instagram and say, Daphne, thank you for the diapers. The worst thing you can do to someone is put them on blast when they're at their lowest. If anybody ever heard of that quote from Jim Carrey, he said, imagine being homeless and someone comes at you with a video and says, here's $1,000 so you can get off the street. Everybody sees your face. They're at their lowest point. Who wants to be recorded? Who wants to admit that they didn't have money to buy diapers? It's embarrassing. So that's why when I give to women, I don't expect them to make a post about it because that's them at their lowest. This woman, Erica, who had that racial incident happen, she's not at her lowest. She was able to pay for the meal, everything's fine, but she deserved an apology, and I got that for her. So, but most women that are at their lowest who need gas from me are men who have I'm $15 short of my light bill. They're not going to sit there and say, thank you, Daphne, for paying my light bill. No one wants to be known for not being able to afford the things that they should be able to afford, right? So, Gail, I'm 50-50 on that. But because it came from her, she could be lying. Yeah, you're right, because it came from Rhoda. But your average person, when I help people with diapers, like a mother who's using dish towels for diapers, I don't know how you do that, but I guess women know how to be very, very inventive when you don't have much. I couldn't let that happen. And she wasn't going to make no Facebook post saying thank you because someone else can see that and try to take her kids. You feel me? And the mom isn't all the way broke. She just didn't have enough. You know what I'm saying? So I would never want anyone to think that I'm going to put them on blast because I helped them. Now, if I see that, they need to be, like, their story is strong enough where I need to put it out there to help them and they're okay with it, yeah. Y'all know I posted that woman, Latrice, and her 4 kids. She didn't ask me for help. I saw that she needed the help. And she was able to get uniforms, clothes, food boxes. That was the goal. So some people don't mind and some do. Go ahead, Cass.
Yes, I actually sent an email of suggestions because I noticed that you've been on social media and things have been taken down, re-upload back. There is a alternate site, but you have to check the email. But I'll give it to you now. I'll tell
What's
you
it
what it
called?
is. You gotta double check it. It is called the Discord. server.
Okay,
Discord.
you know what? Gail at night told me about Rumble. Gail, I do have Rumble. It's Celebrity. I do have Rumble, but I'm still learning how to use that, y'all. It's so weird to me using that application because I'm not used to it. I'm still learning how to get things out there and get it seen. I don't have a lot of followers, but I do have a Rumble account. I do.
I tell you, Rumble right now as it stands, I have one too. And I'll be honest with you right now. It's just like another alternate website. Once they get the numbers, they're gonna be just as problematic like IG and YouTube. So I'm not saying you can't put content, but it's okay for now. You get me?
Yeah.
Until they get to a certain threshold. You know what I'm saying? That's why I tell people we just bounce around certain social media sites, but overall, once they get to a certain level, they're gonna start water down like everything else. So I tell people many times there's no safe haven when you're doing any form of content that is opposition to the programming, to the consumerism. Do you get me?
Yep.
Discord is like another private server, like message server. Now there's certain things I could tell you, but usually I'll have to guide you offline to how to maneuver it properly.
Just inbox me. Inbox me any information you have, and I'll check it out.
Which one? Cause I think I inbox you. I sent you a message on email, and I think I probably sent you some on IG. You gotta double check it.
What email did you send it to?
AOL, the AOL one.
The accountability.
Yep.
Okay. Send it to my mental health one, please.
All right. I'll find it. Oh, I'll find it. I got you. I'll find it.
I put it in the chat. I'm gonna pin it. So guys, when I told you about if you need help with your resume, or if you have a suggestion or something you want to tell me that you have receipts attached to it, if you're a woman or man out there, and let's say somebody, okay, for instance, I did get an inbox, and I want to acknowledge I did get your inbox on Facebook. A man who met a girl on a dating app, she sent him some nudes. She told him to pay for those nudes that she sent. He said he wasn't paying for it, so now she's trying to accuse him of RAPE. That is crazy. He sent me the inboxes. I looked at it, and man,
whoa, they could do that?
Yeah, well, I'm about to find out, because he told me he's freaking out because she knows his Facebook, so she's in some type of group where she's telling women that this guy is trying to RAPE her, and he's trying to exploit her with the news that she sent him. It's a whole different story where she's
God damn it.
Oh, when he sent it to me, he sent it to me like 10 times already. So that's how I was able to see it. I went into my filtered messages, and I found it. He showed me the pictures. She sent her cootie cat. She sent her boobs. It's very disgusting stuff. But the fact that she was like, okay, I need you to pay me now. He was like, I'm not paying for that. You sent it on your own account. Oh, okay. She's like, I knew it. I knew you were trying to RAPE me. And it just got crazy. And he was just like, Daphne, I didn't even ask her for the news. It was so weird that she sent them. But now she's trying to accuse me of trying to do that to her and telling people that I did it already. He said, I'm losing it. I have a kid. And I'm like, oh, my goodness. So the first thing you have to do is you have to go to the authorities, y'all. I'm not the cops. I know them, but I'm not them. The first thing you need to do is you need to file a police report on this person who's trying to get you. You got the text receipts. You got that already. The cops can do a lot more than I can. They can log into her Facebook without her giving them the information. They can do more. So that's the first thing you want to do, not wait for me to respond, because I'm not going to always see it. And I tell people, be careful on these dating apps. Don't give people your real number yet. Men and women, download a text me number until you are comfortable with this person. You don't know if they're trying to set you up. Do not tell them any personal information about your life.
Yep.
Yeah, I make 6 figures. I got nice bins. Now
are you still coming out with that book?
Huh?
Are you still coming out with that book?
I'm still gonna come out with it. I'm doing the best I can, y'all. I can't do a whole bunch of things, but I want to put you guys on game on what to look for.
Let me jump back down and let you continue with the stream. I'll email you on the other. I'll find your email and send. All right. I can't do that because I'm really doing something. That's why I came up here just to give you that suggestion quickly. All right. But continue, show.
Thank you. So, like I said, a lot of people are out here scamming, and they get very desperate, and they're willing to do whatever it takes to get a couple of dollars. Like I told y'all, that woman in New York said that she had a disabled son, and all she had in her refrigerator was yogurt and some mayonnaise. Now, all she did was take out all the food she got on food stamps. She put it somewhere else and then took the picture. Do you know how easy it is to take a picture of an empty, refrigerator? Y'all really believe stories like that? And because she cried and said, guys, please help me, okay? Okay? Then when I broke the story, her baby daddy, who is a photographer for the Stars, he has their son full time. So the pictures that she was showing y'all, they were on the dash page from months ago and last year. So when I broke that story, I was also a villain as well. They're gonna always call me the villain because I don't believe the stories. And I'm sorry that I have to be positive like that, where I don't believe things and I like to expose the truth. I'm sorry that I would rather those funds and food stamps and all that to go to real people. Sorry about that, but you don't have to like me, guys. You don't. I just want you to understand that you won't get away with lying on men, and you won't get away with lying to get money from the government. That's not the way life works. You're going to have to work like all of us. Like all of us. If you're trying to be famous, that's not the way to go. You don't have the funds to get yourself out of jail and prison. You don't, because you're asking people for funds, right? So I'm saying Cash App was down from all the begging y'all keep doing. We had to go through Cash App being down a whole day almost, right? That's from all the begging. I'm lying. It ain't from all the begging. I don't know where it came from, but it was weird. But I know a lot of you women were hurt that you didn't get them Cash Apps you wanted, right? Y'all got to stop asking people for money and do things on your own. A lot of you guys are very talented. If you're good at lying, maybe you should do acting. Go into acting. If you're good at writing, fake stories, go into writing stories for the news, doing it the right way. You guys have to be better at what you're doing. There's always something you're good at. For Rhoda's good at lying and acting. She should do acting. That's her lane. She's great at lying. I think if she can cry like that and look at the camera and look away, that was brilliant. I should have put the clapping noise after she was done. It was brilliant how she did that. And it was even better how she blamed a bunch of men that didn't do it. That was like a Tyler Perry movie. So all I'm saying, guys, is you got to stop doing that just to make a quick buck. Because once that money runs out, now you're known for being a liar, and now you don't have any money. So who's going to want to do any business with you? When you apply for a job and they type in Rhoda Osmond and they see that she's a head case that lies, jobs are not going to want to hire you. What kind of company is going to want you to be on their payroll as a journalist when you lie? Because as soon as she gets hired for a job and she hasn't been held accountable, I'm going to let them know you got the wrong person on your team. Check this out. She ain't going to never get a job until she acknowledges what she did. If Rhoda can come out and say, you guys, you know what? I went about it the wrong way. My back was against the wall. I owed the court systems. I owed student loans. My bills are overdue. So I did something very ignorant, and I'm sorry. And for that, I'm going to donate my GoFundMe to someone who actually needs it. Then we good. You did something real. You acknowledged it. You're working for it. But if you sit there and take the money and you keep spewing this lie, whoever hires you as a journalist, I'm going to make sure they know what you're about. I'm dead serious. You will not get away with it. And just because you're applying for jobs in Texas, they do background checks worldwide. They sure do. And if they saw what I saw, you might not even get a job as a journalist. Good luck. Maybe that's why, you haven't been able to pay all your bills because of your lies. So I'm just saying, guys, you got to do better. And I'm not going to switch up what I do. So thank you, everybody, for attending. Again, I put my email up there. I put my Instagram up there. Do your best to help me get to more subscribers, y'all. That's what I'm trying to do. Trying to build the YouTube up. Okay. So, like I said, I'm not letting off. We let off of Carly Russell and everybody forgot about Carly. Let's not forget about these women who put people in dangerous situations, y'all. We cannot ignore those things. We got to treat Carly and the Ambers and the Rhodas and the Jadas. We got to treat them like they treat Chris Brown. Do you think they let Chris Brown sleep at night? They cancel him in every which way for something he did 14 years ago. So if they're not going to let that go, I'm not letting this go. I'm not going to let this go with these women. I'm going to treat them like they treat Chris Brown. Period. Same energy. The difference is Chris Brown learned from his mistake and never did it again. All he did was defend himself and won. That's why he got in trouble. These women here, they're lying. They're saying things that happened that never happened. So we have to hold them more accountable. You feel me? So that's it, y'all. Thank you guys for attending. Please stay blessed. Keep looking at my community chat. I'll let you know of my next show. I might do one this weekend. It depends on where this goes. This brick by brick. We might do brick by brick too. We don't know. Okay. Gail said Rhoda claims her ex-husband and son's father provides for them, so she ain't broke or taking care of her son alone. Stay taking trips and eating out. Oh yes, Gail, I called it. The woman's always on vacation, but she cried and said she ain't gonna be able to afford her bills. Her friend Kiara said that she's a student who's struggling to make it. How'd she get the BBL? She even has the BBL tattoo, y'all. Okay? So again, it ain't adding up. It ain't adding up. She's a great actor. Tyler Perry, if you're listening to this, you should give her a shot. Precious too. I don't know. The girl can act. She can act. She really can. Because she fooled a lot of y'all. She fooled whoever donated to her GoFundMe. She fooled you. I will, Cheryl. Thank you, Cheryl. Cheryl said keep holding these women accountable. I will. I will. But you know what? I'm going to need y'all help. All the females that were on this platform, why don't we do a show where all females come on here and speak on how we can all be better as women? Let's do something like that so that the men can see that we do love them. Because right now, our black men are the least protected. They're always judged and they're always blamed for everything we do. And it shouldn't be that way. Shout out to the black men out there who are doing their best. Your effort is enough. You don't have to make six figures. You don't have to have, a big house and a fancy car. Know that, man. If you're with a woman that loves you, she'll live with you in a box. Know that. Don't let these women make you think that you have to be perfect to be accepted. It's a lie. When I met my husband, he just graduated out of college and was a personal trainer. I was working for the state. So I was making bank. He was just getting started with his career. Any man that goes to college for sports and they don't get to make it to the NFL, now they gotta use that degree that they earned. I didn't judge him off of what he was making. He was a work in progress. Now my husband works for the #1 news station in the world. A work in progress. He got there. So again, man, you don't have to make six figures on day one. It's going to come to you. And the right woman should help you build brick by brick. No pun intended. She's going to help you. She's going to help you. She's going to hand you the bricks and you're going to lay the foundation. She's going to hand you the bricks. Now, if you got a woman that says, I don't want to break my nail. I don't want to sweat. That ain't the woman you want. Keep her outside of the house. But a real woman, she's going to build with you. Brick by brick. That's all I'm saying. A real woman will do that with you. So again, fellas, there's some good women out there. I promise you. There's some good women out there. It's like the lottery, but you'll find her. Okay? So again, y'all, I just hope that y'all got something out of this show. Gail, you crazy. James said, I'm trying to earn money to renovate my mom's home built by my grandfather while paying off student loans. See, James? James is over here trying to renovate his mom's home that was built by his great-grandfather while paying his student loans. You don't see him. So what I would recommend, James, if you want to go the roto route, say that you were at a bar, okay? First, you got to have somebody do your makeup and make your eye look bad or something. And say a woman asked you to buy her a drink and you said no, and she hit you with the glass. Go ahead, James. Make your money, man. Because that's what y'all going to have to do. That's what they're doing. Do what they do. I would be very curious for you to do that, James, and see what people say. Don't give them no good details. Just tell them you was at the bar, drinking you a Hennessy, and this woman came up to you, and she said, buy me a drink, James. And you said no. Politely. Say you said it politely with no base. You said no. And then she attacked you. That way we can start a GoFundMe for you, James. And let's see how far that goes. When men start doing that, they'll want the source. They'll want the name of the bar. They'll want the name of the woman. What she look like, a picture. You didn't film it, James? What kind of drink? Did you have Coke in your Hennessy? That's how it works, y'all. I'm just trying to tell y'all the way it works. Oh, you have 3 poetry books? Okay, James. Let me know what they are, James. I'll post them on my Instagram story free of charge, man. Like I said, guys, there's ways to go viral. Men are not doing it that way. But men, I think y'all should start doing it so I can see where it goes. I'm just curious. Say a woman, because women are always telling you to buy them a drink, right? Go that way and let's see where it goes. I want to see how those women that support her, how they would treat a man that was attacked by a woman. Because they sit there and discredit everything a man says. No way. You're too big. Oh, so she just happened to attack you because you didn't buy her a drink? Women aren't doing that. Women wouldn't do that. You had to have said something to her. That's how women, they will make the victim become the predator, just like that. Tell me I'm wrong. Oh, James, you had to have told them you had poetry and that you want to see them naked for her to attack you. That's what they would say. But for a woman, they don't want no facts. I believe you, queen. You stood your ground. Way to put those men on blast. Y'all see where I'm coming out with this? Like I said, men, start some OnlyFans. Show them your pecs. Men do that. Do what they do. See if they like it. Because if a man has OnlyFans, they want to take that to court to get their kid full custody. But when the man goes to court and shows his baby mama's OnlyFans, the judge says, well, it's not illegal. See how they do, men? So like I said, this is a woman's world because they have control. The government, everything, women. Men, be careful. If you're not sure, reach out to me, okay? I got you. Like I said, it's sad. Her GoFundMe is still up. I've reached out to her many times. I've given them all the proof, and they haven't done nothing yet. That other woman with the domestic, her shit was instant. It was easy. This one's taking more time. It's like they believe her. I don't know, y'all. So I can't control GoFundMe. I can just tell you that they're moving at a snail's pace. Okay? So yeah, y'all, I gotta go. Thank you for listening. Please stay tuned to my future shows. I will do some more. And like I said, if you guys need help with the little things, I got you. If it's a big thing, we'll work on it. But I can't be free all the way around. My time is very valuable. I don't like my time to be wasted. And there's a woman that's going around telling y'all that I blocked her. And I'm gonna be the first one to break this story because I know she's probably gonna post it, and I don't care. But there was a woman who came to me and told me that she was interested in going back to school for a trade. I told you guys that I have a partnership with schools and organizations. And when I put my name on something, it means something to them because they know my credibility. So when I tell people, if you're interested in going back to school or interested in a job and you're serious, reach out to me. If you're not serious, do not reach out to me. I'm not to be played with. Well, this Black woman told me, I'm looking for a job and I do want to go to school. So I sent her to my partnering company. They reached out to her. They told her, yes, we can help you with going back to school, 100% online, get you a grant. You're good. Then she says, Daphne, I also need help with my resume. I haven't been able to get any interviews. And I've had everybody help me with my resume, but it didn't help. So I then said, let me see your resume. Let me tell you what's wrong with it. I told her everything that was wrong with her resume and how to correct it. She corrected the resume and got the job. Okay? This is what she says. Daphne, I'm not going to be able to go to school with your partner because this job will pay for my school free of charge after 6 months. So I told her, what job is this and what school? Oh, I can't give you that information. Okay, so that's where the waste of my time came in. Because I told her, are you sure you want information on this school? I don't want to send them your name and you not be sure. I'm positive, Daphne. I am positive. I've been trying to go to school for years, right? When I tell people serious people only, I'm assuming you've already done your research and you're ready to make a change. Don't waste my fucking time. But what she did was she acted like she was going to work with that school just to get me to do her resume for free so she can punk out. So when she did that, I told her, congratulations with your job, and I cut her off on all aspects. I didn't even have time to go at it with her. I was so upset because then I had to call my partners and tell them she wasn't serious, and that's a ding on me. And I haven't had a ding in 2 years. So yeah, that pissed me off. It did. She wasted my time. Don't waste my time. If you're not trying to change your life, do not reach out to me. I don't know who you are until you reach out to me, right? Don't waste my time. And if you don't really want to go back to school and you just need your resume done, tell me that shit. Tell me. But you don't have to do it that way to trick me. So instead of me cussing her out and putting it all on social media, I just blocked her. After she told me, oh yeah, and they'll pay for my schooling, so I'm not going to the one that you sent me, I blocked her. Because I knew I got played by a Black woman. She played me. She used how I can help people and played me. Then when I blocked her, she then reached out to me from another number and said, I know you blocked me. You're a coward. You're not the accountability queen. You don't help people. Well, bitch, how'd you get the job? Bitch, how the fuck did you get the job if I didn't help you? Don't do that to me. I blocked you silently without even putting an attack in it. Because I didn't even want to go at it with this woman. I knew she was pathetic. You know, I already had her resume, right? You know, I already had her information. And yet I still didn't put her on blast. I just blocked her. Some people I'm not going to give them my energy. I knew then that this woman wanted to make me think she wanted to go to school to get my free services. You didn't even have to do that. I would have did the resume thing for free anyways. So I'm just saying, Black women, they keep playing these games with me and I don't like it. If y'all don't want to be, better in your life, don't come to me. I'm going to hold you accountable. I held her accountable by blocking her. And I knew it hurt her because for her to download another number to reach out to me, that told me that she was upset. Then she tried to attack me. Oh, that's not going to work because I'm the one that got you the job. So what you going to tell people? I told her I wanted to go to school with her partners. And then she did my resume for free. I finally got me a job. And then I got mad because she blocked me because I wasn't real from the beginning. Yeah, that's the story. You feel me? So again, there's a lot of people out there that will waste your time and get mad at you for holding them accountable. Don't waste my time. I don't want to deal with people who are not serious. I have four college degrees, from associates all the way to masters. I did all the levels. And everything I started, I finished. I never quit. I'm not a quitter. I almost died getting into this world. I never quit. So one thing about me is I teach people not to quit, not to give up. But if you haven't found a job before reaching out to me, why not try something new? Like I said, that's not a scam, right? So again, don't waste my time. And with her, if she wants to go out there and create that narrative, I have the receipts of her saying, "You are the best. God bless you. You're sent from God." I keep receipts. Y'all know I got like 31,000 photos in my phone. And I got emails that I never delete. So I still have her praising me. You got me the job. You are amazing. I love you. La, 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 la. Right? And then from that to, you are evil. You don't hold yourself accountable. You always judging Black women. That's how Black women are, y'all. Emotion, not logic. You see what I'm saying? That's how quick she went from loving me to hating me because I held her accountable. You're not going to follow me after screwing me over. You don't get that privilege. No. You don't get to see what I post now. We're not cool. You wasted my time. One thing I don't like to do is reach out to my partners and say, "I'm sorry, they weren't serious." You know how bad that looks? For me, it ain't got nothing to do with money. It's everything to do with helping people grow and do better. And anything I get, I give back. So again, like those people that were saying, "Well, your friend that's passing from cancer, we didn't see your donation." It's on there. It's on GoFundMe. If you go to her GoFundMe right now, she has me in the top 4 people that have helped her. Sean King is one of them. I'm not big as Sean King. Sean King is a millionaire. I'm not even there. Not even close. So at the end of the day, I'm right next to Sean King. If I didn't post her story on my page, he would have never saw it. People were trying to charge this woman to share her GoFundMe, and she's dying with 4 kids. So again, I do help people. I didn't ask her to put my name on her GoFundMe. God knows I didn't. She did that from her heart. This woman is dying and giving me my flowers. So if Black women hate me, that's fine. Because there's women that love me. So I'm going to end it with that, y'all. Like I said, I know there's like 99% of the people that hate me, but that 1% is all that matters. And whenever I do stop doing this for good, I will give you guys a heads up, because it becomes really tiring when you lose pages and you don't have enough support. I wish people can support me more than what I'm getting. And I don't mean money. I mean sharing, liking, following. All that is free. I don't need your money. I need your support. I need the free shit. You feel me? I need y'all to have my back. Whenever my shit goes on a ban, I need y'all to spam these people that are targeting me. That's support. I'm not there yet. So I'm hoping that people can show me more support, because like I told my husband, by the end of this year, if I see that I'm still going through more hate than love, I will hang up being the accountability queen. Meaning don't tag me in no more groups. I'm going to block every group that I'm added. I'm currently in like 100 and something groups. There's so many on Facebook, and y'all keep adding me to groups blindly. Don't do that. When you add me like that, I block you. I'm in too many. I'm getting too many tags. I'm getting up to like 70 to 80 tags a day. I can't be everywhere, y'all. It sucks. I don't want to do that. So again, it gets tiring. So, if I don't see a better trend by the end of this year, I am going to hang it up, and I'm just going to stick to my mental health business, and there won't be any more text receipts. I'm quitting all of that. And I'm just going to be their life coach. Don't send me no more receipts. Don't send me what you saw. I don't want to be a part of it. And we'll see how bad people start to act when they're not being held accountable. Then you'll see the impact that I had on people. I love people being scared of me and they're scared of posting groups. That's the whole point of me exposing you, so that you can think twice before you talk about your deadbeat daddy at home, or your deadbeat husband, or whoever it might be, or you're cheating on your husband, or you're cheating on your boyfriend, or whatever it may be. People get scared. I had people telling me, they ask me if you're in the group before they post. That's funny to me. That's how scared these people are. Well, good. Stop lying. If you wouldn't be lying, what do you got to be scared about, right? But eventually, when I stop doing it, it's just going to be a free fall. They're going to do whatever they want, and y'all going to see the impact. But I've been doing this for so many years. For me to be doing this since 2016 and 17, and to have this, Facebook, I have 87,000 followers. That's cool. That's cool. But it's not the same on YouTube and all. I've been doing YouTube almost 2 years. In February, that'll be 2 years I've been doing shows. 2 years I've been doing almost 2 years I've been doing shows, and only got 9,000 subs. But the people who share my content, they got 500,000 and 1 million. I'm doing something wrong. I'm not getting enough support over here, y'all. You got people that got bigger followings, and all they do is scratch a mic. And they got bigger followings than me. So all I'm saying is the best thing you can do for me, please share my page and get it out there. Get people to like and subscribe. I'm the originator of all the stuff you're seeing other people do that you're following, but you're not following me. And I'm the one that originated the content, right? So all I'm saying is, the more support you give me, the more I can give back out. But if I see that I'm not getting the support that I should be getting, then I'm not going to feel comfortable continuing to do this, knowing that if I get shut down, no one's going to be there for me. It's not a good feeling. Because when my page got taken, when that second Instagram got taken, nobody came to my aid. I had to reach out to them. How does that happen? And I'm not getting paid off for nothing that people are posting on me, and they're making money off of me. The least you can do is say, hey, she lost her page, go follow. How are the people that you're reading my receipts to getting you 50, 60, 70,000 views, but they're not even coming to subscribe to me? So it's frustrating, y'all. So I'm just saying, support me and I'll support back, okay? So again, guys, thank you to those who have been really supporting me. I do appreciate it, real talk. But like I said, I've been doing this a long time, and I'm getting to that point where I might want to hang it up. And I've said that before, because it gets tiring, and I don't like doing this by myself. So I'm hoping that people can start to step up and help and spread, accountability throughout, and hold other women accountable where I'm not doing it by myself. That's all I'm asking. Okay. So again, guys, thank you again for this long show that I told you would only be an hour. I've exceeded that, like I always do. I love everybody that supports me. I do have, it is getting a little chilly out there now, so I do have the winter and the fall and winter collection on my website, mentalhealth2011.com. If you guys, if there's people out there that might have lost somebody and you need help with putting them on a shirt, I do that too. If you need help with the obituaries, I do designs. I can send you ideas free of charge, y'all. So I'm just saying, I want you to know that I do got y'all back, and I'm not rich. When I say free of charge, it's not because I'm rich. I do get donations from people in other aspects, and I like to give that back to people. My friend James Dixon, he's donated almost $3,000 to me in the past year. James Dixon is one of the best-selling authors right now with his book. He's had my back since day one, and everything he's given me, I've given back. And when I told him about my friend with cancer, he was in the upper echelon with high-paying people. They hiked that price up. She's almost at, or she's over $600,000, I think. So look what happens, y'all. I told him to do that for me, and he did that. Instead of him getting payment from being on tour, he's having those people, submit a payment to her GoFundMe. So those are the kind of people I hang around with. You feel me? So again, if you guys need help like that, James is a good person too. And I could definitely refer him to you too. If you're a man that needs that guidance and help, he got you. He can show you how to make money and do it the right way. You feel me? So yeah, guys, if there's people you think I should work with, have them reach out to me in my email. Have them reach out to me. I'm okay with working with other pages that are not against people, right? Unless they're bad people, predators and all that, yeah. But I'm not going to be on nobody's man-hating train or woman-hating train. I'm not going to be on that. I don't hate women or men. That's a powerful emotion. I don't hate people. So I might dislike your ass for lying about a brick, but I don't hate you. Okay. So guys, thank you again. I'm out of here. Have a good day. I appreciate you all. I love you guys. Have a good day. If you need me, you know how to reach me. And on the next show, it should be really good. Okay. I'm going to keep on bringing y'all some fire content, but I'm also going to keep on holding people accountable in the meantime. I'm not stopping yet, but just know that the retirement is near because I want to go a different way. I'm really serious about mental health, and I really want to impact people and save lives in that way. I don't like hurting people and getting them fired. Like the woman that we just got fired, I actually felt bad, man. I know that's not good for me to say, but I don't like to see people lose their job. But I didn't like to see Gary lose his temporarily either. You're not going to get a man fired because he said you look nice. You feel me? But then again, I still feel bad that this woman is going to have to look for work living in Cali. That's not a cheap place. So, but you knew where you lived before you got somebody fired. So I'm still human. I'm still going to be sad a little bit because that person don't got a job, right? But then you have to remind yourself they put themselves there, right? So again, I don't like seeing people get fired, but if you love your job and your family and all that, you wouldn't put yourself in a position to get fired. So again, just know that what you post in a group, what you post publicly, you never know who's looking at it. Be careful. Y'all know jobs do go to your social media as well. They do. And they won't hire you based off of what you post. They judge you too. You're being judged everywhere you go. It don't matter what color you are, you're being judged. So again, I wouldn't hire nobody that I see on Instagram pussy popping. That's dangerous. I don't want that in my business. So I'm just saying, guys, be careful what you post. Your Facebook and all that, they watch it. That's why they be asking you for it on your applications, and y'all act like y'all ain't got one. Quit playing. So again, next show we will talk more about other things. Hopefully y'all can suggest me a different show we can do where we can collaborate, do something fun. I don't want to always do these kind of shows where I'm holding someone accountable. Let's do one where how we can be better as people, all over, just doing better in life, right? Working out, meditating, praying, reading a book, writing a story. Some of you guys are talented, you don't even know it. So I want to be able to help you. I will do a post probably next week for anybody that has a business. I'll probably have you come on my Facebook because I have a lot of people that are verified that follow me, and they have money to donate to someone that's trying to make their business work. So I might do a business post where you're posting what you're doing. That way somebody else can see it. I want people to win that bad. Now, I'm not the shade room. I ain't got 28 million followers, but I got people that do care. That's all I can say on that one. So be on the lookout for that. And again, stay safe out there, you guys. Have a good weekend. And hopefully I'll be able to do another show on Sunday, possibly, okay? But I got y'all. If you guys have something you're trying to do to get better, it takes a little bit of time, but you'll get there, okay? Just take your time, okay? And I'm out, guys. Have a good day.